Welcome to Insert Title here. On this incredibly auspicious episode, we are joined by none other than Devon Voivio. Hello, Devon.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good because I got off work like super early, so can't complain.
He just got back from the very long interview with a very popular and important person, otherwise known as Joe Biden. Adam, how does this make you feel?
I mean, it's good, I guess.
Adam's also known as Technical Cake Mix. You can find him on YouTube.
Good job.
I don't know why I was going for the.
Yeah, I was like, am I being?
I'm like,
I
I'm just doing a fucking dumb
Draymond?
fucking. I am being an interviewer now, and welcome to the Interview Podcast, where we interview teammates here.
Oh, fuck off with that shit.
Anyway, yeah,
Hello.
I'm Satahara. What's up? I'm gonna do a dab. Devon, take over.
Hi, I am Devon Voivio, and I'm introducing myself again for some reason. On this episode of Insert Title here, we're all going to be talking like this for no apparent reason. Now,
On this episode of Insert Title here, the Spider-Man episode, we will all talk like NPR people as we talk about what we like and dislike about our friendly neighborhood man.
indeed.
I like his penis.
So, are we just talking like this because it's relaxing and has a little bit of the asthma, or are we
It
doing
does.
this because?
Oh, okay. Well, now that you brought up asthma,
yeah.
I'm just gonna start yelling.
God damn it! Now you've ruined it for
I
me.
was gonna say, or should we just go into our customer service voices? Something like this was a bit more relaxed.
No, because that's literally my job. My literal job is talking to a mic.
Can I say I fucking hate my customer service voice because I listen to it back sometimes and it's clearly just baby talk for boomers.
Yeah, I mean, that's
sorry to
kind
bring
of-
that meme up, but like it's
No,
all it
that's
is.
literally what it is. You're just being like, oh, is the little boomer too stupid to navigate a simple menu? Here you go, press the button. But you gotta be like, oh, no, it's no problem. Here, I can definitely assist you with that today. Here, all you have to do is press this button here. No, this button. The button with the arrow. The button with the arrow. You mute yourself for about 5 seconds. You stupid sack of shit! The button with the arrow. I peeked like 5 times.
See,
I don't do that shit at all. I straight up and just like name the phone place, Alexander Mogus. How can I help?
Yeah. There we go.
And
Sorry.
they're just like, oh, what? Why are you so just casual and almost abrasive sounding? I'm like, because I don't want to fucking talk to you. How can I help?
I
The
just
sooner you get taken care of, the sooner I'm done with this fucking conversation.
Yeah, I wish I could get away with doing that. I would get in so much trouble at my job, but that's just me.
I mean,
I don't get away with it, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
the last time I really used that voice was when I was working at Best Buy. So like, there was no hanging up the phone or muting the phone for 20 seconds. It was just there. Oh, I see Mecha Bongzilla has come out.
Yeah, I just realized, when this turns green, it's gonna. For those at home, I have a green screen on so I can fuck with Devon and Adam. And when it turns green, you're about to see a shadow through my bong.
Cool.
What does it say? Jesus. Oh my god. Him getting a green screen is the worst thing to happen to me.
Or the best, because now the man can shitpost on main 24/7.
He's a living shitpost. I'm sorry. Have you not noticed that yet?
I need a
Like, I'm
Xander
gonna
green
say this
screen
stuff
back.
before he can start defending himself while he's taking a massive fucking hit, but the man's like a human
No.
shitpost.
No,
He's a
I
shitpost
need-
in human form.
I need a Xander shitpost pack for YouTube reasons. Just him coming in doing a bunch of random reactions. There's a classic Filthy Frank one. I think there's a PewDiePie one. There's a Markiplier one. There's a Jack's Films one, which is great. I need a Satohara one where Xander just comes in and goes, "What the fuck is this?" and this crashes into the green screen and it
He
breaks.
just
the
like
video.
has his hands goes like, now that is a big wall of cum. And that's it.
Yeah, me saying something about cum would be on brand.
It would be on brand.
I find it hilarious that CJ had to mute the word cum so he could still follow me on Twitter.
It's
my God.
dedication.
I'm just
I'm like,
imagining,
man, I say cum that much.
You do.
I'm just imagining like fucking you on a green screen just walking through and just being like, see this I can vibe with. This, on the other hand, needs to die in a pit of fucking fire. This I wouldn't inflict on Jeffrey Bezos. However, this I would stick in his urethra.
Yeah. Instead, I'm using this power to hang out with David Draymond and Shadow the Hedgehog.
You look like you slapped David Draymond in the face for a second there.
He probably deserved it.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I could actually go up and like touch.
Oh my god.
Getting a green screen was the worst thing ever. Yes.
This is an audio podcast. This is going to be fucking hilarious of people listening back to it, just going like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, no, that's the problem. Anyway,
Well, I posted a picture of me on the green screen on Twitter, so I'll just fucking throw it on the YouTube version or some shit.
that works.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
So today, there were two things that we really, really want to talk about, and I really want to talk about Spider-Man because Xander's finally seen it, and Adam doesn't really care too much, so it's no big deal.
I'll do it eventually. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. But before we get into that, which is probably going to take up a vast majority of this podcast, and I'm very sorry, we were going to talk about how money and streaming works with the what was it, Napster, right? Giving you more.
Oh yeah,
Pays per
yeah.
play.
Well, okay.
Napster is the best service for an artist to be on.
So yeah, we did end the last podcast with me getting angry about the streaming thing. However, it's been a week, and I don't know, I don't know how vibey I am with it. You know? Okay. So just a real quick rundown. Spotify, all the streaming sites you guys like to listen to, they all fucking suck. They all pay us less than a fucking cent per play and less than a fraction of a cent. Like Spotify on average is like fucking 0.025. It's like less than 25 cents. Or no, it's less than 1 cent.
Less
dipshit.
than a quarter
Yeah.
of a cent.
It's less than a quarter of a fucking cent. And like some pay us better. Like Apple Music is better about it. Tidal pays way better too. But like fucking Napster, it pays apparently way fucking more.
Yeah.
It was plays to get a dollar, right?
So yes, so I got the
Yeah.
tweet up from T-Pain, who, I mean, for once, thank you T-Pain for for being you.
For once, T-Pain's a fucking legend. You're not gonna slander him on my fucking show.
And it's not
Our
like music.
fucking show. Our
yeah, so you
fucking show.
So he put this out. The full rundown is to make $1 from a streaming platform, right? So for coming in at the lowest is YouTube Music. It's 1,250. Next is Pandora.
Which I dispute the YouTube Music one, because my YouTube Music plays aren't the most out of all of them. So I should be getting less of a share if that's how YouTube Music does it. But I get
Premium.
more than Spotify.
Oh, then maybe YouTube Premium accounts listening to your content too helps out more because I know ad revenue is better for
Yeah, but see
YouTube.
the way streams work, like it's a per play thing. It's not like a CPM thing or a per ad thing. So like each time the song is played, I'm owed a royalty from that. And so even free accounts, they pay me more than Spotify's free accounts do. Spotify's free accounts give me fucking dick all. I discovered. I'm like, oh shit, that's nothing.
Because when I watch, I guess a YouTube Music video, even though it's like part of YouTube Music, but you can find it on the regular site, I sometimes still get pre-roll ads, so I do also dispute that number. But then coming in second worst is Pandora, which surprises me because that's a 752. Isn't Pandora mostly free? And there's always ad breaks. I remember one of the old jobs I had, they used to play Pandora radio, and there's always ad breaks. Like every 4 or 5 songs. That surprises me. That one is 750 plays to get to $1.
I haven't listened to Pandora since I was a fucking edgy teenager, so I have no idea how they work anymore. I think they just function like a normal streaming service, like that shit now. I think you can just select the songs you want. Because I remember back in the day, they used to be cool about like really discovering shit. Because like my favorite band of all time, Mook, I discovered them through Pandora. Yeah. I typed in it was artists you like, and I was super like fucking edgy teenage weeb at the time, so I typed in Gacked because I was playing a lot of fucking Dirge Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, and the first song that came up that wasn't Gacked was Mook. It was Homo Uta off their second album. No, not Homo Uta, that's the fucking name of the album. It was Zetsubo off of that album.
That's a good
I was
song.
like, oh shit.
Kind of reminds me of Last FM then. Because Last FM used to be like that before they got bought out by Google and just went to complete shit.
Yeah, and that shit was cool because that's how I discovered like a lot of bands back in the day. Because I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, I just would friend random bands on MySpace," and that's how they discovered bands. But I was like, "Nah, like I want to listen to them. I don't want to fucking befriend these weird people." So yeah.
But then coming in third worst is Spotify, 315 plays to make $1, which that surprises me given how Spotify has pretty much been the streaming service for the longest time.
That's how they did it, though. They were the only one for a while. They put a chokehold on the fucking industry by refusing to pay artists directly. And then whenever the fucking record labels got pissed off about it, they cut them a cushy fucking deal. So they get fucking paid out the goddamn ass for like a bunch of streams and shit. And they're making their money, but the individual artists, especially independent ones, don't. And the big issue with Spotify is fucking like the more people are on there, the more of a pool that everybody shares from, like the collective revenue. So the more artists are on there, the more like fucking songs that are on there, the less money you get. So your share goes down per fucking year. So it entirely depends on how much you get fucking paid and shit. Meanwhile, the record label can fucking astroturf a bunch of shit and just have a bunch of fucking plays immediately off the bat because it's real easy to fucking defraud views and shit off of Spotify and all that other shit, which causes the shares to go even less and less because the more plays there are that aren't on yours causes you to go down and down on the fucking payment fucking tier system. And so on top of fucking them essentially fucking making streaming fucking horrible from the fucking jump, their goddamn CEO is also a fucking war profiteer. And all of the profits that you give Spotify directly contribute to a fucking weapons manufacturing fucking and defense contractor now, where he literally makes money off of the fucking U.S. government killing people overseas. So Spotify is objectively just the fucking worst goddamn service at this point.
Well,
cool. And then after Spotify, it goes to Amazon Music, which doesn't surprise me that one's so bad. 249 plays to make $1 from Amazon Music.
Okay, I forgot Amazon Music existed.
That doesn't surprise me
Amazon
that one's
still,
that bad.
Did Amazon get the Jedi contract, or did that fall through?
That fell
I
through.
have no idea.
It fell through.
And that never got reevaluated after the Trump administration?
Correct.
So nobody has Jedi?
Don't think so right now. No, I know it fell through again.
What the fuck is Jedi?
For those who don't, so Jedi was the great fucking American government's plan to hire a fucking outside organization or a company such as Amazon or Microsoft or what was the other one, Oracle?
I remember Amazon and Microsoft being directly involved. The Oracle sounds right. It may have also been Cisco of all people.
Yeah, because I think Oracle's the ones who sued whenever they picked Microsoft. They sued because they didn't get a fair shot, and then Amazon was like, "Oh, we'll join this lawsuit or some shit." Anyway, fucking, I don't remember exactly, but it was this fucking amazing plan by the U.S. government to put all of the governmental infrastructure and Department of Defense information and all that shit on fucking private fucking companies' fucking cloud servers.
That's stupid.
So imagine all of the government's information on fucking AWS.
With how
a very
frequently
easy to fucking get into fucking service.
Yeah, with how frequently it gets fucking DDoSed and goes down, I would not feel great about that.
Yeah.
Holy
fucking
shit.
absolutely stupid. I don't want any fucking company or corporation having fucking anything to do with the fucking government.
Yeah, I think that's
Get
why
that
Cisco.
the fuck out of here.
I think that's why Cisco were involved at one point, because Cisco do something similar for other governments around the world, but in developing nations, not like. Yeah, I know. It's the top four. The top four. So coming in fourth place is actually Deezer, which I haven't heard about in fucking years.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
156 plays makes you $1 on Deezer. Deezer's like a really old streaming service. That's like that.
Deezer nuts. Hey.
I'm on Deezer, but I don't know anything about Deezer. Like I've literally do not know what the fuck anything Deezer's about. Every single time I see Deezer on the statements, I'm like, is that a piracy website?
Nah, I remember hearing about it a lot when I was younger. It was like Deezer, Spotify, and then you'd hear like Pandora.
Is it maybe more popular like overseas? I
believe so. Yeah, I think it's more popular in Europe and back home.
Because it's like all of my Chinese revenue and stuff is from like Tencent, fucking multimedia and fucking TikTok and stuff, and not from Spotify.
Yeah. Third place is Apple Music with 128 plays to make $1. That one doesn't surprise me as much that Apple would have a higher payout because they like to maintain the image of being, a good company, when in reality, we're not going to get into that because when I get on those rants, when Xander does it, it's cute and it's got a point. When I do it, it just gets off the rails really fucking quick. Second is Tidal Music, 78 plays to make $1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jay-Z working for us.
Which Tidal actually is restructuring too. They have you have the ability to make more with the new programs coming out. So Tidal's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I will say their app is the most fucking frustrating of all of them to use.
Yeah.
I remember.
I tried using it not too long ago when you told me that you got paid more out by Tidal. I was like, yo, cool, I'll download that. It's like, you need to have an account. Okay, how to make an account? You have to get it through your phone plan. Why would I do that? And it's just like, I should just uninstall the app because I've never used it. Like, now I'm thinking about it.
The wife tried using it a few years ago when Beyonce released Lemonade. God, this was like 5-6 years ago now. Because the only way you could get because getting hold of that physical CD at the time, because it was so popular, was quite hard. Everywhere sold out pretty quickly. Even though at the time she was working at a music store, like, it was selling out. They put 100 copies out and they'd sell 100 copies in a day. So she thought, okay, whatever, I'll just buy it digitally. Where do I get it digitally? So I can, because it came with a music video, like a short film. I say short, it's like an hour-long film that went with it. She tried to use Tidal to get it, and it was just like, it wasn't going to happen. I think in the end, Liz just got it at the store when it came in, just grabbed a copy. But number one from Villain of Piracy from back in the day, sued to the ground by Lars Ulrich and his tiny testicles, and smashed to a million pieces. Napster, 53 plays, makes you $1 on Napster.
Let it be known that Adam's statement that Lars Ulrich has tiny testicles is not slander, because he is a public figure, and that's Adam's firmly held belief.
It's not a firmly held belief. Like, we've all seen his nudes. The man's got, like, testicles like this.
I haven't seen his nudes.
They're not impressive.
Yeah, I tend to avoid looking at people's nudes, even if, like... Let's not get on that topic.
Yeah, we talked about Madonna. What the fuck? Why my audio just spiked?
Yeah, well, Madonna's different because that was consensual. But, like, looking at people's nudes when they get leaked is weird. Just don't. That's weird.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just don't.
53 plays get you $1 on Napster. Now, that is hilarious because, those who don't know, might be my age, or maybe people younger than us, Napster was the piracy place of choice back in the day. It was that really the Pirate Bay. Yeah. So, like, seeing
or LimeWire,
Napster...
but, you know, that's a good way to
LimeWire? God, wow.
Sorry.
Fucking LimeWire.
The thing with LimeWire is you're more likely, instead of to download Linkin Park num.mp3, is more likely Linkin Park num.exe. So, you know...
or Bill Clinton for the update time.
Yeah, or my favorite on accident, fucking your stepmom come.
Yeah. Oh god, or you try and download like a random film, and it'll just be the people who kept putting porn instead of, they put the film title but it'll be a porn version of that film. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, they used to put those infamous pirates porn movies up.
But Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, there was this series of films produced, I think it was by Hustler. They're very high production value. Called Pirates, and it was just pirate-themed pornography, and they used to replace the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, I think, when it was when LimeWire thing.
Not to get too far off topic from Napster, but like,
not to get too political, but
I wasn't even going that way. I was thinking like,
sorry, I just
is it weird that you don't really see themed porn anymore?
No,
you do, just through Woodrocket.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. No, it's still themed. It's all incest themed. Yeah,
no.
It's still a theme.
I mean, you do still see it. Just like a lot of it's the independent pornographers. I guess is that the technical term?
Because I was thinking about this.
You see it on ManyVids and stuff like that, or OnlyFans these days. From my understanding of it.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this for a little bit, about things that you just don't see as much anymore. And one of the things that came to mind is like video game tie-in, like, for movies.
Well, that was because the cost of making video games accelerated.
Yeah, it's
time
just like
longer and longer and longer.
Because I can't think of the last video game tie-in movie I can think of. If I had to guess, I'd say it was like maybe a Cars game, and that was it. That's like the last one I could think of. I can't think of like
Fast and the Furious last year.
There was a Fast and the Furious.
Well, yeah, but actually directly tied into the movie and was like actually the movie
F9, yeah,
and stuff. Oh, okay. I remember that was like a Ben-Hur one, an Xbox One that was garbage.
I literally kept harassing Adam when F9 was coming out. I was like, dude, you have to watch F8 and F9 with me. And he's like, no. And I'm like, dude, you have to watch the entire Fast series with me. He's like, no. I'm like, I will fucking figure out a way to get you to watch the Paul Walker saga where he burns to fucking death in a goddamn horrendous car accident at the end. Oof. And I don't feel bad about saying that because it turns out he's a fucking nonce. So, you know.
But like fucking this is after we watched Time in the T-Rex, right? Because Paul Walker being the lead in that.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I
think that's how it tied together. Because I was like, yeah, F9 comes out, man. Oh, Okay, I'm sorry to get on the Fast and Furious thing real quick, but I promise I'll stop in a sec. But
We'll get back to Napster soon, I promise.
Yeah, I have to. I unironically like the Fast and Furious series, so just give me a sec. I thought that drama shit between Vin Diesel and The Rock, like back during like fucking Furious 7 and Fate of the Furious and all that shit, fucking was like fake. You know, I thought it was just like the stupid like hype bullshit to like fucking like drum up like whatever. But it turns out it's real. The Rock actually fucking hates Vin Diesel, and it's actually like, no, fuck you. I'm not coming back to the series, and it's your fucking fault, motherfucker. You're a piece of fucking shit. And like, I started to learn about how creepy and weird Vin Diesel is. Oh my god!
You watched the video of him
Diesel's a
drunk
fucking
hitting on
weird
the
person.
Brazilian interviewer?
Yes, that was exactly the first one that I
I've
saw.
never
Oh
seen
my
that, and
God.
now I need to see that. What the fuck?
Yeah,
He's just like,
you're beautiful. We should get out of here. You're beautiful.
when they're in a beautiful land, you know, how can I focus when she's so fucking beautiful? It's the creepiest fucking thing.
I just want to marry her. I can't get if you I put a ring
You
on
sound
her
more
face.
like Sylvester Stallone than Vin Diesel.
They're the fucking same voice to me. Fuck,
I guess
like,
drunk,
that
drunk
does
Vin
remind me
Diesel
though.
is Sylvester Stallone then?
Yeah, that does remind me though. Fucking remember, we were talking about fucking Final Fantasy X-2 and how it opens up with the "What can I do for you?" fucking music thing. I was like, fucking since fucking Fast 10 your seatbelts or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it. The next one is a two-parter. It's gonna be Fast and the Furious 10 and Fast and Furious 10-2. So 10-2 needs to open up with Vin Diesel going, "What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
So dumb.
Okay, hey, you."
Okay, anyway, back to
Napster.
the original topic at hand. Napster pays out the most at how many?
52 plays.
That's crazy. That's like a little less than 2 cents a play. That's really good.
So all I'm gonna say is like, do we just want to make a Napster account?
I would.
The problem with Spotify is, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fucking convenient because I've got the Google Homes in the house. I just
Say the magic phrase.
broadcast it, and
You just change the fucking word by saying whatever Google or whatever the thing is, and then when it does the ping, you go play this on Napster, and then bam, it plays it on that. That's all you have to do is just.
Not entirely, because they're only compatible with certain services. Because
Did you try it with Napster?
Goes. I haven't yet, but I don't know if Napster works on Google Home or not.
Oh my god, are you telling me they put software locks on certain services because of fucking licensing things because people paid them a couple of extra buckaroonies?
Yeah, have you
Google,
not seen why
you
the
are one
Facebook
of the
portal
richest
completely
fucking
failed?
corporations in the entirety of existence. Who?
man.
Can you smell what the cock is cooking?
So there is no way to vocally activate it. However, you can cast it to a Google Home using the Bluetooth function. That's stupid. That's a problem. The convenience, I must admit, is I will just, like, I listen to a lot of my podcasts through Spotify, so what I'll do is I'll just literally leave it on my phone to automatically play when I go in the car, because Spotify does that shit. Or I'll just say, hey, I'm not going to say it because one behind me, hey, play this podcast, or resume this podcast where I left it off. And it's annoyingly effective. It's really annoyingly effective.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like you have to deconvenience yourself sometimes to make certain things better. Like me living in a major metropolitan city and using Amazon was like the most convenient thing in my life, because if there was something I needed, I could literally get it within like a couple of hours and not have to leave my house. And that was super cool. I like that. However, I don't like how Amazon treats their workers. I don't like how Amazon pays their workers, and I just don't like using Amazon anymore because it's just, an ethical thing, and I just don't use it. So I had to de-Amazon my life, and it wasn't hard. I mean, I haven't had to use Amazon in probably 2 to 3 years, and I'm proud of myself for not using it. But there are certain things that I can only get through Amazon that I've realized. My wife told me, she's like, I have to get a new screen protector for my tablet, and the only place that sells them big enough is Amazon, because she's like, I looked to see if there was alternate sites I could buy it from. Best Buy doesn't sell one big enough. And it just
You can
sucks.
sometimes find them on eBay, but what it is people fucking drop shipping shit through Amazon, like Xander was talking about the other week. It's fucking I haven't had that issue, but apparently it happened again, Xander. It happened again, Xander, with a Newegg seller.
Hey, Newegg, why the fuck, when I bought some fucking Noctua goddamn fucking thermal paste, did I get a fucking Amazon Prime package delivered to my fucking house?
Was it
when I paid twice the amount of money I would have paid for fucking buying it directly from fucking Amazon, Newegg, huh? What's up with that?
Was it through a seller on Newegg, or was it Newegg directly?
So the fun thing is, I may be bitching about something wrong here. Because it says it's directly from Noctua on the fucking thing, like on the package. So it could be they're using Amazon's warehouse. But if I wanted to do business with fucking Amazon, you should fucking disclose that you're doing fucking fulfilled by Amazon warehouse shit so I can fucking go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck if your thermal paste is the best fucking thermal paste. If you're fucking doing business with Amazon, like directly, I'm just gonna go buy somewhere else. Amazon's the fucking enemy.
Yeah, I had that issue myself. I spoke about a few weeks ago when I bought the game protectors for the Game Boy game boxes, and I'm like, why the hell's an Amazon truck outside my house dropping off a package? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in this case, it was allegedly a UPS drop off, so it makes me think that it's probably like a warehouse thing.
Yeah, in my case, they were straight up Amazon drop off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've had the dropship thing happen specifically with like a lot of the Digivices and stuff, like the North American re-release of the original Digivice and shit. I bought that on eBay through a seller, and it was like $5 more expensive than the fucking like it was on Amazon. But I was refusing to use Amazon, and they dropshipped it to me directly from Amazon. And then like trying to market as a gift and everything, and I had like the gift card and shit inside it and all that shit to try to like fucking hide their account or whatever. And yeah, I reported that shit. I got my money back for that shit, and I kept it. Fuck you.
Fair enough.
As you should. Fuck them. But
it's just I haven't seen that for a long time in my. But then I also buy a lot of pre-owned stuff because of what I'm into. So
yeah, shop local if you can. Again, we've said this several times, and we understand that if you can't, the easy convenience for people who are disabled. It's fine, it's like, I'm not going to fault you if that's your only option, but if you can stop using these services, then just do it.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. Walmart and Target will match the Amazon Prime price, and all the times they'll offer the same shipping speed without making people piss in bowls. And I hate to say it that Walmart's the fucking hero in this situation, but when Walmart treats you better than Amazon does, there's a fucking problem.
Apparently, I'm not sure where, I think it was in Canada or something, but there might, due to the increased number of what's the word? Due to the increased number of cases for COVID right now, a lot of hospitals are having trouble keeping staff, and people are quitting and working elsewhere. They're actually getting paid more for less hassle at like fucking Walmart now.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
And it's just like, it doesn't shock me.
All right, the Walmart price has to end.
The Walmart price, okay.
Don't shop at Walmart. You can price match at a lot of fucking other stores too. Walmart, okay, obviously, we always do the caveat. If you don't have the ability to avoid using these services, if your life depends on it, obviously use these services. Disability is a spectrum. There are certain people like me who have disabilities who can get away with not using the services, especially because of where we live or the level of privilege you have. Everything's a spectrum. That's why you deal with stupid shit called intersectionality. There's different shit for everybody. It all fucking intercrosses, blah, 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 blah. Cool. We all agree on that. However, if you can't afford to avoid one devil, do not trade that devil for a similar different devil. Just because that devil's blue instead of red don't mean he's not a devil. Continue.
No, that's really it. That's it. It's just, I just feel bad for these hospital workers, because I mean, like, how bad are hospitals right now that you'd prefer to work at fucking Walmart of all places? Because I used to work for Walmart. That sucked.
I can only imagine, like, right now I'm dealing with a tooth infection. I had to make it's quicker and easier to make a telehealth sort of thing. We just need antibiotics for this sort of thing. I made the call last night at like 10 p.m. because it's 24/7 service. I was waiting till like nearly 2 a.m. Like, actually, it was almost 3 actually. It was like almost 4 hours to get.
Because we have a massive decline in healthcare workers, and
the poor woman on the other end of that phone just sounded just
Defeated.
done.
Yeah.
And she's just like, okay, before we start, fever, anything like that. I'm like, no. Okay, you know, but jaw pain? Yeah. What's going on? And just went, okay, we're off the COVID stuff immediately. Just gets out the damn way. Like, I explained just everything to her. She's like, oh, okay, you just need, antibiotics. Cool. This is your pharmacy? Yeah, prescription sent through. Cool. Thank you. She was like, oh, I think there's a sigh of relief of, oh, thank God, this is an easy one.
Yeah.
Bro, that kind of shit's extended even into my fucking work. Like, I had to leave work because of, like, a seizure the other day, and fucking the literal first thing they asked me was, is this COVID related? I'm like, guys, I understand. Due diligence is asking about the COVID thing. They're not doing due diligence. They're doing legally required bullshit. They don't give a fuck. But fucking, y'all know I be having seizures. I've worked for you the last 5 fucking years. Stop asking me if it's fucking COVID when it's obviously not COVID.
Right.
It could also just be for HR's sake. They may have been forced to add that in the past year or two, just to be completely safe.
HR don't give a fuck.
It's weird with my job because I've had people call and say, I can't afford my service this month because I caught COVID and I can't work. And I'm just like, fuck me. Like, I don't know how to react to that, Like, aside from apologizing and trying to assist them the best I can, it's just like, man, I
haven't put it on vacation mode or whatever for
It just, I don't know. It's weird. It's just a weird situation, but I just feel bad for these healthcare workers. It's just like, man, guys, just do the bare fucking minimum. Just wear a goddamn mask and get vaccinated.
See, a good company, which kind of don't exist, but as good as you can get in, a corporate structure, a good company would have a policy, like, say, Z-Zounds, for example, who I use, where if you send in an email or you call or whatever and say, I've been impacted by COVID and I'm unable to make my payment this month, they'll push the payment back.
Oh, we do. We do that. Room. So we do have things in place when people reach out to us when they have, when they've been affected by COVID, but it's just mentally, my brain is like, what the fuck? It's like, man, I feel so bad for these people. But again, it's
something gonna get it's gonna get worse before it gets better again.
That's what we've been saying, though. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. That's the problem. It's just been getting worse and worse and worse. We set a new record for cases 2 days in a row. We broke our own record the day after we broke a record. Like,
as of this fucking recording, 8 people every second is diagnosed with fucking COVID in America.
Bonkers, just because it feels like we're just giving up and we're just like,
we never tried to begin with. We never began any sort of we didn't lock down. Everybody who's acting like we locked down or did any sort of we never fucking locked down.
Nope.
Fucking individual cities might have locked down, but no big states locked down. There was no nationwide shutdown. There was no coordinated effort to quarantine. All we needed was fucking 2 fucking weeks in May where we just all locked the fuck down. The government paid all the businesses and all of your paychecks for 2 fucking weeks because we can fucking afford that because money's fucking fake. To begin with, we can just do that because we're allowed to do that. We made it up to begin with. We can just fucking give it to you and fucking just stay inside. 2 weeks. We wouldn't have needed vaccines. We wouldn't have needed any of this other bullshit. We wouldn't have had 3 fucking years, going on 3. It's been 2. But fucking going on 3 goddamn years of a fucking pandemic. But no, that would have made sense. That would have actually helped the economy, too. That actually would have done what everybody's trying to kill a bunch of fucking people to do back then. But no, people gotta die. It's not even about the fucking economy at this point. It's a bunch of people up top who are so dis-fucking connected from the rest of us that they think that people who are dying from this shit deserve to die, rather than understand that the reason the people are dying is because of the shit they fucking manufactured.
Yeah. And the thing that makes it worse is the fact that there are people out there who are dying in red states like Texas and Kentucky and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, that's what happens when you vote fucking red. It's just like, why do you assume like everybody in these states votes red? Like overwhelmingly, like a lot of these states like did try to vote blue. Like the percentage between red votes, what am I, Canadian now? Red votes and blue votes was like very, very close. Like it's like a 15% margin. Like, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but
it's not even about the votes. Okay. All right, every single fucking uber liberal motherfucker out there who so far has been vibing with what I've been saying, you're about to fucking get real pissed off here. Stop fucking trying to abandon the fucking red states because it's not their fucking fault they are the way they are. The people there aren't fucking making the decisions. A majority of people aren't registered to fucking vote. It's fucking insane that we have to fucking register to do something that we have apparently the right to fucking do. For one, most people aren't fucking registered to vote. Secondly, most of the people who are registered to vote don't get the opportunity to vote because the way we've fucking designed our systems and institutions disenfranchise them further by either making them wait in line or not giving them the ability to depart from their fucking jobs with paid time off because they need the fucking money in order to fucking keep the fucking bullshit above their fucking head. And then, if you just, even without those two problems, every single district in these fucking states is drawn so that way their voices don't fucking matter. Even if every single fucking person was franchised and fucking did vote, they were fucking drawn in such a way that their voices don't matter so that way those people win. There are a bunch of systemic fucking issues that we as a people need to come together in fucking solidarity and fucking fix on a fucking top to bottom fucking level. And it's not by fucking abandoning these people. Fuck you if you fucking think we need to, these people deserve to die. The reason that we're in this mess is because fucking they're desperate. We've left them to fucking die. We've left them to their fucking own devices. They used to be dependent on industries that no longer fucking exist there. And instead of fucking building up new industries and fucking giving them new skills in order to provide for themselves, we left them to fucking die. And the only people who even pretend to fucking give a shit about that are the motherfuckers who are taking away all of our fucking rights. So how about, instead of posturing in front of a bunch of stupid fucking Broadway actors on a fucking Zoom call who fucking bite their lips in a bunch of fucking stupid fucking pictures, we come together as a fucking people and actually fucking worry about the fucking systemic fucking goddamn issues at play. You know what would help these people and would make them listen to the ideas that we're fucking spouting? Giving them some fucking money. Because they don't have the fucking means to support themselves. And the only fucking people who pretend to give a shit about this are the fucking people who want to kill me and you. Get your fucking head out of your ass.
Exactly. And he's not wrong. It's like, out of the three of us, I think I'm the one that's in the red state. You guys are both in blue states, right?
Swing state.
Yeah, he's swing state, I'm blue.
Yeah, and I'm overwhelmingly red. Like, I'm not here by, well, I mean, I'm kind of here by choice, but like, I'm not here by choice, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I moved here to be with my wife, but like, here's the thing. It fucking sucks here. Like, it is genuinely disheartening to just fucking look around here and just see how fucking shitty it is to be here. Like, yeah, I'm in a major metropolitan city, but there are a lot of things in the city and a lot of things that happen in the city that just fucking suck. And seeing people just not give a shit anymore about this whole COVID thing is so fucking frustrating. Like, I had to go and get groceries the other day, and I'm wearing my mask, right? And there's this guy just there coughing into his hand, not wearing a mask or anything. He's just, he wasn't even coughing into his hand. He's just fucking coughing, not covering his mouth in anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least he's covering his fucking mouth.
No, he wasn't even covering his mouth. I just remember that. No, he wasn't even covering his fucking mouth. He was just coughing, grabbing his cart and coughing all the other carts. I'm like, dude. And then like, I grab my cart and I go to clean it with one of the disinfecting wipes, and that's the last fucking disinfecting wipe in there, and there's no other like backup ones. And I'm just like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, when it's just like we went from like barely giving a shit to just not giving a shit at all. And it's just incredibly fucking frustrating. And I'm just so fucking tired, man. Like, we had to push back at my job. We had to push back the return to the office order that we were going to do even further back. And now it's getting to the point where we may not even go back to office because of just the whole situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of businesses went that route, honestly.
Well, here's the thing.
It's cheaper to keep you at home.
I might be lucky because I get to work from home, but here's the thing. I don't like working from home. I have such severe anxiety when it comes to my job and not being able to separate my job from my home. You know, that was the big issue I had when this whole thing first started, because at that point in time, I was living in a single bedroom apartment, and the only place for me to work in my office was in the living room, where I had my computer right next to my wife's computer, and then I had to set up my laptop. I didn't have enough space, and it was just so cramped in there, and having to always have my work computer just right there staring me in the face while I'm trying to relax was just very stressful. And even now, even though I have my own office now and I'm not constantly looking at it, most of the time I spend in my apartment is in my office, where I'm either playing a game, I'm recording for Twitch, I'm recording for this, I'm recording a demo, or I'm working. I spend more time in this fucking office than I do in my own bedroom, in my living room. And it's just like, I like having a separate work life and a separate home life, and I don't have that anymore, and it's fucked my balance completely.
Yeah, see, I have on the opposite side. I love working from home.
Yeah, I had the opposite issue.
On the other side of it.
Because like at the beginning of it, I had the same fear. Like when they announced work from home, I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, oh cool, I work in the same room I sleep or some shit, and I'm gonna like stress out about it or whatever. I thought that was gonna be a huge fucking issue. But then I didn't have to commute 3 fucking hours a day anymore, and that freed up so much time. And then on top of it, I no longer had to deal with all the crazy fucking piece of shit assholes that I have to deal with on the way to and from work that I constantly get into fucking involvement with. I saw a dude get stabbed the other fucking day on the goddamn bus. You know when I didn't have to deal with that kind of shit? When I was working from home. Because you know what I wasn't doing? Going on the fucking bus. And like, yes, there is still difficulty separating the work and the home life when it's right there. There are issues with that. But a lot of my anxieties at work come from the fact that I'm unable to healthily de-stress in the middle of a shift because I'm surrounded by a bunch of
Groceries.
people and fucking I'm unable to express myself in a way. But at home, I'm able to adapt to the stress of my work being here and express myself in a way that's not going to get a bunch of people looking at me fucking weird and fucking is actually productive.
Yeah, like I've adjusted. Like there are benefits to having it that I fear when I go back to the office, because I can't mute myself and shout at a customer in the office.
How much fucking money have we saved on gas? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like we're not buying petrol. Like it's nice. Like I must admit, like I laptop right here. There's a second monitor right there. Just off I go, and then if I'm in the office, I'll have the computer here, and I might put a game on. I might
same thing. That's what I do.
Well, no, so not like a video game. I meant like a sports game, or like
I'll
streaming on YouTube,
or I'll play Spider-Man.
You know,
either or.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's how I swing into another subject, Spider-Man, baby. Let's talk about it now, because I'm tired of
not a political podcast.
Hashtag not a political podcast. He says after
hashtag not a political podcast.
Bro,
we should let Xander go off on one every now and then. It's good for Xander to get out of his system.
He does.
Yeah, I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks. I had to.
It's a healthy, safe place for him just to
scream.
Do that for 5 minutes while we just go, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, David Draymond and Shadow the Hedgehog were back here backing me up too.
The whole time you were doing that rant, I'm sorry, I was looking at David Draymond and I just fucking could not. I was like, I have to look down so I can take this seriously, because I'm looking up. He's going like, he's pointing behind him like really fucking angrily. And he's pointing angrily at David fucking Draymond.
I started pointing, and when I realized and started stumbling at the end there, and I started fucking up on my words, and I was trying to figure out, like, I was trying to say, means and all that stuff. I was like, what's the words? It's because I started pointing at David, and I remember David was there after I started pointing at him, and I kept looking into his eyes, and he's just got this like, you tell them.
Why is he mad at me?
you tell them, Xander. You go, girl.
See, I was on eBay looking up Godzilla VMUs because there's one on bidding right now.
I was
Xander
listening.
might like
though.
this.
I was listening to them.
I was listening. I was just on eBay.
Yeah, but anyway, now you can browse eBay a little bit more because I know that you have like next to no interest or care for this. So anyway, fucking Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. Obviously, it's been.
Are we getting into spoilers?
Well, you may as well, because I know the big spoiler at the end, because fucking Entertainment Weekly tweeted it out.
Yeah. So before we talk about it,
I mean, okay, but okay, Adam, let me give you one more opportunity to bail out of a spoiler conversation, okay? So, I hate the MCU, right?
I hate it too.
Like, that's not entirely true because I like some of the earlier films, and there's individual films even in like later phases, I guess, that I do like. So I don't entirely.
Winter Soldier is always a big.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is just a great fucking action movie.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the MCU. Like after Infinity War, I was like, that's a good ending, and then Endgame happened. I was like, that's a bad ending, and I was done.
That's bad, right?
See, what we're seeing right now in Lifetime is the hipster take over Xander.
No, it's not the fucking hipster take over me. It's I just fucking have my own fucking opinions on things. But if I was a hipster about it, I'd be like, you're stupid for liking this thing. I don't think anybody's stupid for liking the MCU. I think it's fucking super cool that you guys like have a hugely fucking popular thing that you all can fucking like nerd out about and shit. My thing is Kingdom Hearts, because I'm still a fucking dumbass weeb too.
Yeah. Actually, I do think you're stupid if you like Thor 2, The Dark World. There, I said it, and I'm not taking it back. Anyway, continue.
I don't think you're stupid if you like Thor 2, but, like, that's not a good one.
Stupid. I don't think you're stupid. I just wouldn't trust you with heavy machinery.
That's insulting. I wouldn't go that far. You guys heard right. I am the nice one.
Well, when it comes to content, maybe.
Okay, yeah, true. I am an asshole in real life, but fucking, what were they saying? Yeah, so like I don't like the newer films, they whatever formula, blah blah blah, and I didn't really care for Spider-Man and all this stuff. But Adam, honestly, had I gone into this film knowing more than just the who shows up in the film,
yeah, which I do, I already know more.
There's like. Okay, actually, you know what? Since me and you consider spoilers starting here for everybody at home, I'll put a timestamp up to we can skip if you don't want to like listen to this point. I'll actually make sure to actually put the timestamp up this time. I'm not going to just edit myself in saying fuck you when I do it.
For Spotify users and for Apple Music users, Xander, put the time code in here now.
Oh, well,
whatever number he'd have said, skip to that.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how to do that specifically on Spotify and stuff. I only know how to do that on YouTube. So I'm gonna just.
No, I was saying just say the number and they
internal telling people like
in editing.
Skip to the hour 15 mark. That sort of thing.
Skip to now. Yeah. Skip to now. Okay.
Anyway.
Spoilers. So fucking tell me what you know about the film, and then I will determine based on that if it's worth just going into the rest of it and spoiling it all for you.
Well, he knows Aunt May.
I know Aunt May dies because I know how she dies because fucking Entertainment Weekly straight up just fucking tweets, this time Green Goblin didn't miss, but his target wasn't Peter, it was Aunt May. And I was like, you fucking bastards, you absolute bunch of bastards, you fucks. Fuck! That was the one thing I didn't know.
Only thing you know?
I also know that the villains don't really die, and like Doc Ock is a good guy. And I know about the meme that like they recreate the point.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Yeah,
that fucking I laughed pretty hard that fucking part. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, God damn it.
I haven't seen anything of Willem Dafoe though. I've just seen like Green Goblin. I haven't seen Willem Dafoe himself.
Yeah, I feel like that's still enough things he hasn't seen to where like he could still get a really fresh and
he
like
could get a really good experience of it. I don't want to spoil. I really Yeah, fuck. Adam, go away for like a second. Please, I have to talk about this with my best friend.
All right. I'm gonna go and take a pee, and then I'm gonna come back in the room. Now, if I see you guys doing this, for audio listeners, it's a double thumbs up. I know I'm golden.
Okay.
All right.
For audio listeners, who's everybody?
For audio listeners, pee poo poo pee poo poo.
Okay. Anyway.
For audio listeners, come.
Stop! Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Okay. Adam's gone. Okay. He sucks. I hate Adam so much. Can we kick him off the podcast?
No, don't waste time with that.
Okay. No. Okay. Adam does not suck. Okay. Dude, the fucking part where Andrew Garfield caught MJ. And she was like, he was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I am now." Bro, oh my God, I almost broke down in the fucking movie theater.
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not realize he said "I am now" at that part. I thought he said "yeah." So I missed that part, but I still was like, yeah, he did it. Andrew.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was so happy because he saw her fall. He was immediately like, shit, and he just jumped like no fucking hesitation. Fuck.
I let Andrew Garfield tell his dirty little lies to me throughout the entirety of the year. He's such a good actor that even though there were multiple leaks and multiple Devons telling me, no, they're definitely in this thing, I was still ready to be disappointed. Let me frame it a little bit. I expected Tom Holland to go do a Spider-Man's greatest hits through the multiverse kind of thing, but instead, they gave me exactly what I wanted. Fucking Tom Holland's great. I just want to say that. I just want to.
Yeah.
I know I gave him props in the last episode for fucking Homecoming and his performance in that and all that. But like, bro, Tom Holland is a fucking amazing fucking actor, and I just want to give dude just props. Like, holy shit, you did fucking like a stellar fucking 11 out of 10 fucking performance in that fucking film. And like, bro, if they had cast anybody besides Tom Holland for like this Spidey, like, and even if they had developed him and all that stuff, it would not have hit that hard. Tom, you did fucking great. So,
like,
perfect.
The entire scene from when Aunt May dies until he meets the other Spider-Man, all the way up to the scene. Okay, the entire scene from where Aunt May dies, all the way up until I guess right before everyone forgets he's Peter Parker as Spider-Man, or everyone forgets Peter Parker. It's like you can feel the pain that he's going through.
Yeah,
like
fucking
the conflict, like the whole great power, great responsibility thing. He's like, I have to help these people, but I really want to fucking kill that Goblin son of a bitch. Like he's just fighting it so hard, and just the other Peter being there, and oh my God, dude. Okay, I saw this amazing. Okay, there's this amazing fucking picture that I saw on Twitter. I didn't share it because I didn't want to spoil you. Okay, but I finally saw it and I finally shared it. And it's the scene from I think Spider-Man 2, where Peter Parker is talking with Aunt May, and he's like, "Well, didn't that man deserve to die like for what he did?" And Aunt May's like, "Who are we to decide who lives and who dies?" And it shows Peter catching the fucking glider from this is hard to fucking even. Okay, it shows Tobey Maguire catching the glider that Tom's trying to pierce through fucking Green Goblin, and it's just like, and he starts to cry. He has like that tear coming down because he's like, you don't need. It's like, you're better than this. Like, he doesn't have to die. Like we don't decide who dies. That's not what we do. And it was just like he didn't say that. He didn't say any of that. But like, you could tell from his face, his pained reaction, that is how that scene was meant to come through. Like, that is how he was. Just God, fuck. Okay, Tobey Maguire is still a good actor too. All right.
Okay.
Like the pain in his face. Fuck.
Why is he waving?
I don't know. He's waiting for us to give him the thumbs up, but we're not quite ready yet.
We're not even close to being ready yet.
Yeah.
All right. Criticisms real quick before I keep going into praise. Just there's a couple.
Okay.
Story's dumb. Yeah, of course it is.
It's
I
super
know, but I don't care. So the entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, this story's stupid, but also amazing. So I don't give a fuck.
Okay, the whole plot happens because Peter thinks, oh man, supernatural ability should get my friends into college, instead of, hey, my friends should not have to pay for my decisions. Please, for the love of God, like, let them in.
I appreciate the story just from I hate Doctor Strange in the MCU. I fucking hate him. He's like a bootleg worse fucking Tony Stark. He's like a dumbass. He's like actually a fucking idiot. And the only reason like he appeared to know what the fuck he was talking about was because like the time stone and all that shit in like the previous films. And No Way Home fucking like solidifies that and canonizes my headcanon of him. He's an arrogant, egotistical fuck who thinks that he knows enough that where he can just get away with shit, and it backfires on him so much that he gets trapped in a fucking alternate dimension because Peter's better than him, and fuck Doctor Strange entirely. And then,
that was a great scene. I'm sorry.
It actually redeemed Doctor Strange's character to me because he got fucking humbled and shit, and he was just like, fuck, and like especially like right at the end where he's like, everybody who loves you, we're going to forget about you. And I was like, he said we. That means him too. And I'm like, Doctor Strange, you're evolving as a character. And it made me actually kind of interested in the next fucking Doctor Strange movie because I hate the first Doctor Strange movie. I saw that shit homeless. It was boring as fuck. It was another example of them misusing Mads Mikkelsen. Like both Disney movies he's in, they misuse him.
Yeah.
Fucking... Like, the effects were cool, but, like, and the Dormammu I've come to bargain part was hilarious. But, like, other than that, like, he was just, Nothing against Benedict Cumberbatch. It was, like, the script. But, like, fucking...
And the second one having Shumagorath, apparently that's not his name. Apparently it's something else, but to me it's going to be Shumagorath because I played Marvel superheroes, and that's what I know him from. That's a cool concept. I don't know. I'll give it a watch. I'll think about it.
Two things. No Way Home made me interested in Strange's character again. And fucking also Sam Raimi. So, that's what's got me interested. I hate Wanda. Like, I hate a majority of the fucking characters introduced to, like, Age of Ultron onwards. Like, they just bore the fuck out of me.
Did you watch WandaVision at all?
Yes. I fucking hated it. It was so fucking stupid. Like, okay.
Well, I don't want to get on a tangent. Let's not get on a tangent about WandaVision. Let's stick with Spider-Man right now.
Premise good, ending bad. There you go. But like, what other criticism did I have? I immediately started launching into I like Strange in this when I said criticisms. Script bad. Story weird. Scooby-Doo the shit cringe. Really the only line I cringed at. I thought the fucking Otto Octavius thing was funny. I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Which one? Because they were like, it's like, what's your name? Otto Octavius. No, seriously, what's your name?
No, the what would have made that scene better, and Kevin, you can steal this for the reboot. Was when they make the really, what's your real name joke, and then he says Otto Octavius. They're like, what? And he goes, you're Peter Parker. And like they comment on the alliterative nature of their fucking names, like that would have been like fucking like know. And then like Ned would have been like, yeah, you are little PP.
Little PP. Stop.
Fucking what was the other criticism? I guess the CG was weird. But also like the music wasn't as good as it could have been, but also wasn't bad. So it's not really a criticism. It's more of like it was all right. I like that the movie had the motifs of the other two Spider-Man movies, like the music wise, like how it played the Danny Elfman, like a variation of the Danny Elfman theme, and then the variation of the other theme in Amazing Spider-Man. Like I like that. It's gonna be embarrassing as the music guy, but I didn't even notice that.
You didn't? How did you not notice that, bro?
I just didn't notice it.
Amazing, just amazing. But no, I found some audio, good quality audio rips of them, and I will throw them to you so you can listen to them. So now that you've fucking heard, you remember that day that I was just listening to something on YouTube and I almost started crying. I was listening to the fucking rendition of the Danny Elfman theme and the rendition of the other fucking theme. I'm sorry, dude. Like
all right,
the Amazing Spider-Man theme just makes me cry, man.
All right, we gotta do like a quick bullet point rundown so Adam can come back. All right, okay. So a couple of things. The Aunt May thing, I called it. I called that shit. I called it. However, for some reason, it worked for me, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because having just recently watched the Spider-Man movies, as I tested on the last one, I watched Homecoming as of the last one, and I've seen Far From Home as of the newest one, which is why I keep accidentally calling No Way Home Far From Home. Far From Home fucking sucked. I'm sorry. Let Tom Holland read the script, please. Well, they did for this one, obviously, because he was amazing. But fucking, I don't know why it worked for me. It should have been it should have fallen flat like I thought it would have. It should have been like this cheesy, dumb fucking like, oh, they just stole this, whatever. But for whatever reason, I guess the way they characterized her from the beginning was strong enough that I just accepted it. And nothing was as cringe as Scooby-Doo this shit. I almost fucking turned off the movie after Scooby-Doo this shit. And if I can get past Scooby-Doo this shit, then I can get past anything.
Well,
I also like that with the thing, it was Gobby that did it, because now Gobby's killed fucking people who are important to every Peter. Fucking, so, Gobby's 3 for 3. Fucking.
Wait. Who did Gobby kill in the first Raimi trilogy?
Norman.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they're two separate personas.
That's right.
And Peter did love Norman. And also, Goblin ended up causing the downfall of his best friend and cost him his life as well. So he took two people.
Never mind.
Him.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then of course, Amazing, he took Gwen, and then fucking here he took fucking Aunt May. So 3 for 3. Gobby's the best villain, even if that was technically like two different personas, or two different actors and all that shit. I also like that they actually included the "there must come" part of the "with great power there must come great responsibility" line. Because they usually just go.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know how I felt about it coming from Aunt May, but I was just like, you know what? I think he needed to hear it again, because he probably at one point in time, we know for a fact he heard it from Uncle Ben.
No, he actually didn't hear it from Uncle Ben. They confirmed that Uncle Ben never. So this is Peter's origin story, was his trilogy, because he never got the affirmation from Uncle Ben. This was his film, was him becoming Spider-Man, him sparing Goblin and being able to overcome Aunt May's loss and be a better person, and then sacrifice his own happiness to protect the people he loves, was his Uncle Ben moment, which is why I'm okay with it, because he didn't hear it before. And so she's the one that told him it, because she probably heard it from Ben at some point.
Yeah, she probably heard from. Okay, well, okay, then that helps. But yeah, and at first I didn't know how I felt about it, but then like when I saw it, because this is another part I didn't want to spoil for Adam, because he hasn't finished the PS4 game. But on her grave, where it says when you help someone, you help everyone. The first time I heard that was in the PS4 game, and that's on her grave in the PS4 game too. And I was just like, fuck. Like, oh my god, I almost started going like fucking.
There are
tears
obviously
again.
criticisms to be had of the scene, because obviously the previous two films, I feel like May was a different character and all that. Eventually, I want to have Mark on, so he can go through that. He's better at articulating those things than I am, because I'm too much of the movie made me came in my butt fucking mood to really get too far into that. And they're legitimate. But it worked for me, and that's what I want to emphasize. The thing I predicted wouldn't work for me did. Bullet points real quick, because I just spent way too much on the Aunt May thing. Ned having powers, amazing. I love that shit. Ned accidentally fucking getting both fucking amazing Peter and fucking friendly neighborhood Peter. Fucking in here was awesome. Fucking Andrew's entire performance, amazing. Nobody lied. He blew it out of the park. It was weird. I figured everybody was just like fucking like sucking his asshole or some shit because they felt bad. But no, he was actually like the best. No, Willem Dafoe was the best. He was the second best. What?
Wait, I'm almost. We're almost done.
Okay, Willem Dafoe is the best.
Yes,
Willem Dafoe's amazing. Holy shit!
He did those stunts himself. Like a lot of stunts he did by himself. That's fucking amazing. Yeah. He's like fucking what, 60 something, 70 something?
Dude, the beatdown scene is so fucking visceral. Oh my god. Bullet points. Fucking all that shit. Cool. My favorite scene in the entire fucking film is not the emotional closure with Andrew that I thought it would be. It's the fucking Spidey sense scene where everything is about to go fucking down, and everything just fucking, the way the camera just pans on Peter and the anxiety it brought up in me as he's trying to figure out what's going on, what's about to go wrong, what's happening, and he's looking around, the rising tension of the fucking strings, everything fucking just perfectly cascading until eventually it centers and pans, and you just get this nauseating fucking like way it pulls in, and he just goes. And it's just fucking, he just gets fucking Norman's hand, and he just like, Peter. And I'm just like, oh my fucking god. That's the best scene in the entire fucking MCU.
That's a fucking fantastic scene.
None of the action scenes of Winter Soldier, none of the tension scenes, none of the Thanos scenes and fucking Infinity War, nothing even fucking comes close. And we're just counting like the MCU produced films. I know fucking Amazing and Friendly Neighborhood are now canon to that, but I'm talking about just these produced ones. Fucking like that is the best fucking shot, paced, edited. Oh my god, dude! Fucking at that
fantastic.
point,
It's a fucking fantastic film.
at that point, if Toby and Andrew hadn't have fucking showed up, I still would have fucking. Whoo, that was such a great fucking scene, and it's just.
Yeah.
The film doesn't miss from there on. There's not a fucking single pacing issue. There's not a missed thread. There's not a fucking this is pointless. Everything just fucking.
Before we bring Adam back, because I know we're gonna end it right here soon. Before we bring Adam back, okay, my favorite scene though was when all three of them were just hanging out and talking. Like
that's my third favorite scene.
Yeah, I love that scene. Like the whole part where they're in the lab working together, and they're like, which Peter? Peter Parker. We're all Peter, dude. We're all like the computer. You know, I like that scene. But I also liked when they're on the Statue of Liberty and they're all talking about like just like all that shit. And Andrew Garfield Peter's just like, it's like, I always wanted brothers. Like, bro, like that fucking scene. I love that fucking scene. And just like how they're talking about the things they fought. And how, and then the fucking line with the Avengers line, it's like, I was in the Avengers. That's amazing. What is that? It's like, is it a band? Are you in a band? Dude, like, I'm sorry, but that perfectly encapsulated both of those Peter Parkers and all three of those Spider-Men as like.
I love
it's a fantastic. I loved it.
I love the back and forth between Toby and Andrew, where it's like, "No, you're not lame. You're amazing. Stop talking down to yourself. Positive only, man. We're all in the up from
positive
here."
Positioning.
I love that Andrew's like, I had to stop pulling. I stopped pulling my punches, and I just got angry.
Better.
I got mean, and I was just like, "Damn." And like he's still dealing.
I
with
want to
this
see
shit.
that.
Fucking.
I want to see that.
And,
oh
and
my
then
God.
fucking my second favorite scene, directly after the fucking Spidey Sense scene, the Goblin beatdown dude when he's just beating the fuck out of Peter, and he's just like
so good, so fucking
throwing
good.
him through the floors and shit. Like the fight choreography itself, where you could see where he's like fucking doing kicks off the walls. He's using his fucking webs to anchor himself in close quarter combat. Fucking Goblin's just fucking, and then he's just like, you have the power to have everything you want, but you're not strong enough to take it. And I'm just like, oh! And I'm like, I know what's coming. I'm like, May's gonna die. I know what's coming at this point. And then it's just bam. I don't consider the May dying scene and the beatdown scene the same scene. I know it's coming, and I'm just like, it just it gets me. And then third favorite scene is the one you said. And then of course I love the fucking like at the end where he's just like, oh, you gonna cure me? And he's just like, no, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just like, I honestly thought Tom Holland's fucking Spider-Man was gonna fucking kill Goblin, and he would have. He straight up would have. If Toby wouldn't have fucking like stopped that shit, he's dead. So like,
yeah,
whoo boy, Tom was.
He was mad, and I don't blame him. Like, we've seen Peter like that before. We've seen Peter that mad. Also, the tag at the end, Venom, fucking the symbiote is now canon. I hope. I just want a good symbiote story in Spider-Man.
Yeah, I am disappointed that Eddie went back though.
Me too.
I wanted Eddie to stay. I wanted like I was expecting like the scene where they started to like do it and the Venom to like fully envelop him and be like, no, we are staying, or something like that. But no. But at least symbiote's there, so there's a potential for something like that. And then of course the ending where there's actual consequences and Peter suffers and fucking like, bro. Oh my God, Zendaya is an amazing actor.
Peter Parker again.
Zendaya is an amazing actor, and
yeah.
She is integral to the fucking MCU, and I need her to come back because I've seen her in both Dune and fucking Spider-Man this year, and holy shit, she's
in Euphoria too. Apparently, that's really good.
I believe the hype now. I was like, why does everybody keep talking about Zendaya? And I'm like, all right, yeah, everybody keep talking about Zendaya. Fuck yeah.
Okay, you want to bring Adam back now?
One sec. Okay, one more thing.
One more thing.
I don't know. Do you think they're going to naturally rebuild up the relationship between all three of them, or do you think Peter's going to avoid them to keep them safe now?
I think so. With everything that happened, I think Peter might try to avoid them the best he can because he's traumatized now. That multiple people that he's cared about and loved have been hurt because of his actions. And to me, that's a very Peter Parker thing.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to try to avoid them and let them live their lives as much as he can.
Yeah. Personally, I feel like
So
I feel like
okay.
Peter is going to avoid them. Somehow that's going to, if they keep Ned and MJ in the thing, because everything's up for, you never know how it's going to go. But assuming they stay there, this somehow makes Ned more likely to be Hobgoblin or some other person entirely because of his ability to do magic and shit. But I also feel like MJ's way smarter than everybody else in the movie, and she said, if you don't come back and tell me, I'll just figure it out again. I already did the first time, and I feel like she's just gonna fucking eventually figure it out again, and everything.
Or it might be a thing like where Peter's trying to move on from that, and he gets himself into a situation where MJ and Ned come back into his life, and he's got to figure out, like, what does he want? Does he want what he had back and potentially lose it again? Or does he want something new that he's trying to go after? Like, well, if we get like a Black Cat story, I'm sorry, what if it starts like a relationship with like Felicia Hardy, and then like everything with MJ comes back to his life, and then everything spirals with Black Cat, and then we have him like I don't know. What if we get some sort of like Magia DLC story like we got with Spider-Man PS4, and he's got to deal with like Hammerhead shit too, and the Mafia or whatever. I don't know. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm genuinely excited to see where the Spider-Man goes.
Personally, I would not like to see Holland Spider-Man get involved with Felicia. I would, however, alternatively like Andrew's Spider-Man to come back in some capacity and explore Black Cat through his character.
Okay.
Because he's already said, I got angry. I stopped pulling my punches. I got mean. Like that would make a very compelling like story with a Black Cat thing. More likely, more moral ambiguity there.
I could see it. Okay, so I guess we're done talking about Spider-Man now. As much as I'd love to keep talking about it, because there's more things I want to talk about, we can talk about that in private. Adam needs to come back.
Yeah.
So when Adam comes back, let's just keep our thumbs up the entire time.
Okay.
You're good. Okay. He's good. You're good. You're good. He's coming back now.
I couldn't hear a damn thing you were saying. Well, I could tell who was talking, but I heard my name. I'm like, I should probably look over there and see Devon.
Yeah.
But so as I just said, that is my guide on how to live forever and eat all the ass you want without ever getting E. coli. So you're welcome.
Fuck.
Oh wait, you're talking about Spider-Man? Oh, whatever.
Hang on, you can get E. coli from eating ass.
Daddy ass.
Well, it's a good thing my partner is clean.
Clean your ass. I must start just cleaning in here. I was just cleaning in here. Like,
That's all good. It's all good. Thank you
for
being a good sport.
Here. I'm like,
thank you for being a good
sport. I found a
random
towel in here, and I'm like, you're good. I found a random towel, and I'm like, where the hell did this fucking towel come from? I'm like,
because it's like we didn't want to spoil it for you, Adam. So that's why we that's why we wanted you to step by. Because dude,
I feel like all the stuff we talked about is it's very good to experience by itself. I will say, however, since we're out of the Spider-Man territory, I love Spider-Man. I would probably give it an obviously not objective score of like a 10 out of 10 just based on pure fucking enjoyment, not on filmmaking capacity whatsoever. However, okay, so
is it worth risking COVID for?
No,
it's not worth risking COVID for.
Absolutely not.
But that's not what I was going to get at. It's not worth risking COVID for. It's award season and it's being considered for awards, so do with that information what you will. During award season, they typically ship copies around, and those copies end up on streaming platforms available legally in your area. So maybe don't risk it because it's already made fucking $2 billion, so it doesn't need any more. But fucking I love the movie, and I also love Dune and Matrix. Those are my top 3, right? I feel like I like Matrix just a bit more, as far as just personal pure enjoyment and what it did emotionally for me, and I feel like Dune is the better movie of all 3 of those. Like, as far as, like, being a movie. Pure emotional enjoyment, The Matrix, probably Spider-Man, then Dune. Pure filmmaking, where I'm trying to be, like, a fancy pants dumbass guy who's like, ooh, like, I'm recognizing the artistic merit of it. Probably Dune. I mean, definitely Dune. Top, but Spider-Man actually
Like
might
out
have
of
been
10.
Spider-Man actually might have been technically better shot and composed than Matrix, even though. So okay, Dune, Spider-Man, then Matrix. But personally, out of enjoyment, Matrix, Spider-Man, Dune. There we go.
They're good films. Let's just go with that. They're good films. I mean,
Yeah, they're all within like fucking like less than a 0.1% of each other in my brain. But like,
yeah.
Matrix made me heart come, whereas Spider-Man made me cry come, and Dune made me pog come.
Oh my god. Anyway, with that out of the way, though, yeah, I really look forward to Adam not only watching it but being able to talk with us about it, but also like I'm so glad because Adam went out and he finally got the PS4 version of Spider-Man and he's finally gonna play it. I'm very happy about that, dude. That's like one of my favorite fucking games to have come out in like the last like 5 years. I love that fucking game.
Eventually, because wife's gonna make the PS4 because she's gonna be streaming Resident Evil 2. Because that's the whole reason we did that thing. So it was a buy two get one free deal at GameStop for pre-owned stuff.
Fuck GameStop.
Buy free, get one.
GameStop.
GameStop's
Sorry.
going into NFTs.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
That.
Yeah, GameStop's going into NFTs for some stupid fucking reason, and I'm just like, you guys are
sadly
already,
doesn't surprise me.
yeah, I was like, you guys are already fucking like hard off enough without having money coming in anymore. What do you think NFTs are gonna fucking do?
It's a get rich quick scheme. They're gonna funnel a bunch of fucking illegal money that their investors have on the side into fucking NFT investments, and then fucking artificially inflate their fucking gross profits in order to fucking prop up the corporation and save it. It's a fucking Ponzi scheme.
What a load of shit.
Well, not
what a
a
load of
Ponzi
shit,
scheme.
dude.
But you know what I
I'm
mean.
still
Actually,
mad.
You know what made me sad? Did you hear about the Radio Shack one?
Yeah.
Radio Shack NFT or Radio Shack?
Radio Shack NFTs. Here's the deal. Radio Shack as a company still does not exist. The brand was bought by some holdings company, who is now using the name to sell its own crypto called Radio, because insert your own joke here. But it's they're also selling NFTs, and it's just like, it's not even the people behind Radio Shack. They just own the rights to the image, the licensing. It's not like Toys R Us where they reappear as an online store and they're back to trying to, gain any sort of footing.
Yeah. Well, actually,
these schools own Radio Shack's logo image and the rights to the brand, I guess.
Actually, before we jump on to more NFT shit, back to the whole Toys R Us thing. Aren't they coming back with a physical location?
Apparently, yes. I have heard this.
In some locations, they have
that's a
opened
nice
back
story.
up in physical locations, but they are not the same Toys R Us. They are specialty stores, and they're owned by a different company and shit. It's not what you hope it is.
Damn.
Also, on the NFT stuff,
I'm glad they,
I want to put a moratorium out, even though I know I was the one that brought up NFTs this time. So apologies, but for 5 episodes in the future, let's try not to bring them up, just because I don't want this to become we keep bringing up NFT.
I'm
show.
game with this.
Yeah, I am too. I'm kind of tired of talking
game.
about it, and everyone. We've said everything needs to be fucking said about NFTs.
We fucking hate them. I'm not going to support a company that does them. Yeah, and you can assume that if a company has announced they're going to fucking support them, like Square Enix, even though I fucking love Square Enix games, I'm not supporting the company anymore. So if I can fucking do that for Square fucking Enix, rest assured I can do it for any other company.
Yep.
But I got Resident Evil 2 and 3 for wife, so she can stream them, and I got Spider-Man for myself, because that was the free game. I think Spider-Man Premium was like $10, a game that being the free game out of 3.
Hell yeah. Take it. It's a good fucking game. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Again, it's my go-to. It's my go-to. I am bored, and I don't want to start a new game or challenge myself today. I'm going to play my fucking New Game Plus 7 or 8 and my overpowered fucking Spider-Man and just swing around New York City, lightly tapping criminals on the shoulder, and they crumple into a pile of meat. Okay, like that's what I do.
The Batman experience.
Pretty much.
Swinging
People basically told me it's what the
around on a
Arkham
string
sequel
of
should
web.
have been. As in what they should have the direction should have taken the Arkham games in terms of like the actual presentation rather than what they did.
Okay.
Because I enjoy Arkham Asylum. City is alright, and the less said about Night, the better.
Full disclosure on my end, because I have to recuse myself from the Arkham conversation. I have only played Arkham Origin on PS3, and it was the worst fucking experience of my life. Also, I understand that game is bad in general, so I will recuse myself.
Oh my
god. Asylum's actually good.
Yeah,
Asylum is
honestly,
good.
I might get you a copy of Asylum and City just so you can play through those, because those are actually good. And okay, I'm gonna actually go start what I want to talk about here. I love the Batman Arkham games. Okay, I genuinely love the Arkham games. I think they're a lot of fun. I had fun with Arkham Asylum. I really liked the free roaming in Arkham City and getting to fly around the city in Arkham City. And I do enjoy parts of Arkham Knight. I will admit, there are parts of Arkham Knight I really do like. The story I called from like scene 2 because I knew what was going to happen. It was obvious who the Arkham Knight was. But with that being said, I hate when people compare the two games. I hate when people compare Spider-Man and Batman.
I mean, it's inevitable because it's a very similar combat
Well,
system.
yeah, but it's just like, here's the thing that pisses me off.
Spider-Man came first.
Yeah, Spider-Man. No, it didn't. Spider-Man didn't come first.
Yeah,
Batman came first.
Spider-Man 2's combat system is directly lifted from Spider-Man 2 and put into Arkham. Arkham's an evolution of Spider-Man 2's combat system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating.
No, exactly. What year did Spider-Man 2 come out? Because the Batman
2002.
The game that came out for the first Christian Bale film
was after
Batman Begins, which is it's basically a prototype combat system for the Arkham.
That game feels nothing like the Arkham games.
I
have reviewed it. I will confirm it has.
2004.
It does feel quite like those games. It's
I'm
like a
dumb.
very basic version, but it's very similar to those games.
Also, I'm super dumb. No, it was 2004. I want to say 2002. My brain had 2 on the brain. All right, so where was I going with this? I don't like that people compare the two games because what really chaps my ass about the Arkham City games is that the Batman being able to sense his opponent's moves and counter them by looking at their muscles, while it makes barely any sense when he's looking at them. The fact he knows what people behind him are doing is what I call bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
Okay.
You can't feel when people come up behind you?
I can.
I can't tell their exact movements when they're coming up behind me.
I can.
I can tell what side they're coming up from. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if somebody comes up and like puts their like hand up, I can like it's not so much hear it, but it's almost like this is going to sound fucking insane with the way I explain it. But it's like a combination of a feeling in the body about like approximately where they are and almost like a high-pitched whine that they're kind of emitting. Not entirely, but you can like hear/feel their fucking arm move around and like react to that.
Yeah.
Right. I get that. I get that. But it's just
there's a scientific explanation for that. Apparently, it's the electromagnetic field the body gives off. You can feel it from other people.
that's why
I'm not
cats
insane?
can tell. Yeah, it's
No, you're not insane.
Okay. Good.
It's the electromagnetic field around your body. It's also a combination of that with like the small hairs on your body too, because that's how spiders can sense things around them is from the changes in the air when a body enters the room and changes the air in the room, which is sort of how
like heat and stuff.
Which is sort of how Peter's spider sense works. Don't at me anyway. It's just frustrating because it's just like seeing Batman do that kind of shit. Like he has a sort of like spider sense. It's just incredibly frustrating. And then like when people are going, "Wow, it really makes you feel like Batman and Spider-Man," it's just like, stop.
That's
like
the gag.
It's annoying because this combat existed before fucking Batman. And that and the fact that the developers also said that they modeled the combat after Devil May Cry as well.
Yeah. It really makes you
surprise me, though.
feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it does. It does make me feel like Spider-Man, and that's why I play it so much, okay?
You know what else?
Like,
makes me
I
feel like
love
Spider-Man.
I just remember the Donkey video when he did the video on Spider-Man, and he the first thing he does is like he just plays the opening 5 second of IGN's video review of it. Anyway, they lasted 2.5. Immediately they go, "This game makes you really feel like Spider-Man." He's like 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds. They couldn't even wait for 10 seconds.
Is
to
that
get
the
this
same
out of the way.
video where they compiled a bunch of people saying it really makes you feel like Spider-Man, or was that a different video?
No, that was a different one. That was a different one. He was talking about Game Jones and Jiro. It was makes you feel like Batman. He had like a makes you feel like Batman counter. It was like got to like 30 or 40 people.
It makes you really feel like Altair, Assassin's Creed.
Oh fuck! There's another story for another time.
Altair was better. Altair was the best Assassin's Creed protagonist. Don't fucking at me.
None of those games are good. Don't fucking.
I didn't say it was good. I said he was the best one.
I liked Assassin's Creed 2.
I don't.
I'll leave it at that.
I like the first one, and I like the DS game, and then I played Assassin's Creed 2, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
I forgot there was a DS game. Wasn't it a side scroller instead of like a?
Yeah, but it would
Yeah.
also turn into like a isomorphic perspective depending on some scenes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I would run through
But-
that and just fucking like gut people. Anyway, sorry.
But anyway, it's just, man, it's just a fucking issue I guess I have, and maybe I'm overly critical because of how I view the game. It's like, it's not a perfect game. I'm going to admit that, you know, there's buggy parts to it. It can get really stupid with the plot and doing the repetitive fucking go here and grab this thing, like side quest shit.
Just to interrupt you real quick,
Gets fucking
I don't think
old.
you have to justify anything by criticizing it. Comic books inherently are fucking stupid. It's adapting a fucking dude who dresses up in spandex about a spider. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to not be stupid, and you don't have to be like, here's some criticisms of it, because even though I love this thing, no. You fucking wear your freak flag, motherfucker.
Okay, cool.
Just be like,
I
this
think
game
it's
is
one of the
perfect
best
and I love
fucking
it.
games. It's probably one of the best fucking action games I've ever played. It's the best fucking sandbox game I've ever played too. And I'm saying that knowing full well how much time I fucking put in Metal Gear Solid 5 as a sandbox game. And like, unironically, I love that game too. All right, like any game that lets me just fucking fuck around in a gigantic environment with fantastic modes of travel is a fucking 10 out of fucking 10 game for me, okay? Like,
and with no consequences too. Like
Yeah.
Metal Gear does it the best because you can just. It says, look, as long as you get the objective complete, I don't care what you do between point A and point
Yeah.
B.
It's like
Fucking
stealth-
do what the fuck you want.
they're like stealth is suggested, but then I'm over here with a rocket launcher, but not required. And like, you know, it's like, do what you fucking want, get to these points how you want to, and like master your own mode of combat and travel kind of game is my kind of fucking game. And Spider-Man literally ticks every goddamn box of that. Do I get to do my own freeform combos and interject not only my own super attacks or lack thereof by just being a quippy smartass, along with my own web gadgets and combinations of said web gadgets and an introduction or my own controlling my own pace of battle by like clearing out the entire first wave of enemies in like stealthily, and then after doing sections like that, getting to web swing and shoot all across fucking New York City with different fucking forms of like how I want to wall run or point launch or web zip or just swing. Bro, it's my favorite fucking game. Like, I fucking love this game, and you know what? I'm tired of people comparing it to fucking Arkham City because I hate moving in that game. I hate the transportation in that game because Batman gliding everywhere is so fucking slow and so fucking boring, and you have to be like, I'm going to dip and then come back up, and I'm going to dip and then I'm going to come back up. Whereas it's
it wasn't as bad in Asylum because it was basically just a way to glide between 2 points. It wasn't really, they didn't think about it too much, and then City comes. I know people are like, City's the best one. I'm like, City was dumb. Night was bad. Night was.
You know what my favorite video game is?
what?
Super Mario 64! Oh, we got the Super Mario 64. He doing the bounce jump and the moon jump and the 64 jump. He's throwing the penguin off the fucking side of the cliff. Yo, Mama Penguin, you don't get that penguin. You don't get that penguin, Mama Penguin. Get out of here. Super Mario 64.
every time.
Runner up. Super Mario Brothers 2. Super Mario Brothers 2 on the Nintendo NES. On the Nintendo NES. On the third best game of all time. Super Mario
Everyone
Brothers
get this,
Bowser
'cause Devon doesn't watch
Fury.
Devon won't get that because Devon doesn't watch Donkey.
It was funny, but I don't watch Donkey. No.
Oh yeah. Fucking dear. Anyway, off the topic of the Arkham games and shit. Speaking of games, what the fuck is actually coming out this year?
Aside from Pokemon Legends Arceus and Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, I have no fucking clue. Wait, does Wolverine come out this year or is it in production?
It's in production.
I have
Did
no
Spider-Man
clue.
2 actually get confirmed for this year?
I thought it was October of this year.
I didn't hear anything
Or no,
about
that's when
that.
the movie comes out. Honey, look.
I got a Steam gift card as usual for Christmas, which I always keep like a $30 back, and then I usually use it on a major release. So last year I used it on Resident Evil 8. The year before I used it to pay off half of Doom Eternal, and I was kind of like, hang on,
Oh no, it's coming out in
When's it coming out
2023. I'm sorry.
like what's coming out again?
Yeah, I actually don't know what's coming out this year. let's.
It's
And we fucking watched E3 too, and that's kind of damning. 'Cause we have no fucking clue what's coming out this year.
Oh, to be fair, I think a lot of it's pandemic related. That people end up delaying stuff.
Yeah, the only thing that I give a shit that's coming out this year is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't know anything else aside from that that I really give a shit about that isn't already on another console. King of Fighters 15 comes out.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's
a good one. Chocobo GP, which is like the Mario Kart with Final Fantasy characters. That's neat, but it's also Square, so fuck them. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is coming out in March too.
No rollback.
No rollback netcode though.
I was just here making a face, and Xander just comes in. Nope.
The Final Fantasy Stranger in Paradise is coming out in March.
Square Enix.
Oh, fuck me, you're right. God damn it.
Yeah, I can't play Smegma of the Unborn because fucking Square Enix.
Saints Row Reboot comes out in August.
No thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that's been announced so far. Nothing else has really been kind of confirmed.
I guess it'll probably be one of those years where we can have a very quiet spring for a change, and then all of a sudden there'll be a lot of. I don't know. I get the feeling this year's going to be a bit of a slow one, because if your game went into production in 2019, got a hit in 2020, the ended late a bit, now will be when it should be coming out. But I'm not going to fault people for taking their time right now.
Cyberpunk.
There's a game called Wizard with a Gun. There's a game called Wizard with a Gun by Devolver Digital. It's coming out in 2022, and I don't know anything about it. It's just called Wizard with a Gun.
I mean, the title probably says it all. As a wizard.
It's right? Wizard with a gun.
He's got a gun.
I cast lead.
There you go.
Fuck.
Magic missile, motherfucker. It's a fucking rocket launcher.
I want to play this now. I went to go click on purchase, and it sent me to GameStop, and all my options are fucking Wizard 101. Do you guys remember those fucking weird ass Wizard 101 commercials?
I just realized we were recording a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, and it's just kind of gone off the fucking rails. I have no clue what's coming out in 2022. That's it.
You remember when they tried to make a Harry Potter MMO, and then EA was like, "Nah, that's not going to be successful," and then Wizard 101 was like, "Bet."
Such a weird. And I never played it. Is it still active?
It's still really active, and it fucking sucks.
Oh my god.
Wasn't there a Harry Potter MMO?
I just pissed off the fucking Wizard 101 fans. There's a lot of them.
Oops.
Isn't there a Harry Potter MMO though that was like Pottermore or whatever?
No, Pottermore is a stupid website that J.K. Rowling as a way to made as a way to cash in after Potter had ended on the presence of, because it was called Pottermore. We all got deceived into thinking it would be about Harry Potter's life afterwards or some shit, but actually it was a stupid personality quiz shit, and it gave the liberals a bunch of excuses to go, actually I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh god. It's Stop.
We're not going to go on this rant. We're not going to go on this rant because we're going to go down that. Otherwise, I'm going to start, and then when I start, it's not going to stop.
Okay, because you're British. You've got beef.
Fucking didn't they announce a PS5 Harry Potter game that looked like shit?
No, it was like I don't even care.
There's like some sort of like Hogwarts, something or whatever, like
RPG
and like, it was
or
like
some shit. Visibly lagging in the pre-selected trailer they chose, and the game was visibly dropping frames and lagging. And
I haven't even bothered to watch anything about it. I'm not gonna support a turf. Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck turf.
It was bad.
Read a different book. It's not fucking hard to
I'm
find
not silencing her. I'm just not giving
novel.
her any more money with which to fucking continue her stupid fucking bullshit. And I implore all of you to as well. Yeah. She has the right to speak whatever she wants to, but we have the right not to fucking amplify that stupid fucking voice.
You know what you should read? With an unproblematic creator who kept his private life private and did all the right things, paid his taxes.
Discworld?
A series of unfortunate events.
Discworld?
No, read Berserk.
Oh.
I was gonna get in there somewhere. You know I had to.
You fucking bitch.
Kentaro Miura never did anything wrong, as far as we know.
As far as you know.
Thank God.
Watch, you'll get the Rurouni Kenshin treatment later.
No.
Yeah. What's that? Oh,
that would be a fucking nightmare.
Dude, if
I sincerely doubt it, given the subject matter it covers. But yeah, I sincerely, yeah.
Bro, I would I would die if I found out that something like that would happen with like Kazuki Takahashi or fucking Hidehiko Araki. Like those like two of my favorite mangaka, and if I found out that they did something super shitty, I would just be like, well, I'm dead inside now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because like, bro,
if Toriyama was caught with fucking so much child porn that the authorities thought that he might have been a fucking distributor of it, I would no longer be supporting Dragon Ball.
Yeah, same. But dude, next year, this year actually. Oh shit, soon this year, there's a motherfucking comic, a manga coming out by Kazuki Takahashi. It's written by Kazuki Takahashi and drawn by Kazuki Takahashi. Motherfucking Spider-Man comic, Red Reverse, is coming out in English. And dude, my two favorite things of all time, Kazuki Takahashi art and fucking Spider-Man, are about to be fucking combined. And I'm gonna fucking come everywhere when I get that book in my hands. Like, I'm gonna have to take like 3 days off of work, and I'm just gonna like read that book, and it's just gonna I'm gonna have to get a whole new office because it's just it's just gonna flow endlessly out of my office.
I'm jerking my
and
dick.
I can't control myself.
The Coom.
Never.
Oh, Xander's holding a Zoid.
Yeah. Oh,
Which one is that?
this one's a death store. I want to talk about Zoids now.
Okay, let's
That's
talk about
fine.
Zoids. Let's talk about
Because
Zoids
you've been rediscovering your love for collecting, and you know I think it's adorable.
So
I love it.
I don't know why his head's disappearing. There we go. Well, her. Fucking
David's absorbing her head.
Zoids are cool. For those of you who don't know, because it kind of was a failed product in America, Zoids are cool animal mecha robot things, but instead of being like Gundams or like other robots where it's like, oh, you know, they just get piloted, they're alive. They're living. They have souls and thoughts and feelings and shit. But they're also enslaved by humans. Well, they're not really humans, but it depends on the continuity. But yeah, that's cool. And they're a cool series. I like the model kits. They started as model kits in Japan, and then there was a bunch of like added lore and stories and stuff added later as like the model kits went on and became successful, known as the battle story. That's super awesome. And as a kid, fucking my friend Anthony in 4th grade, I'm just gonna dox him. Fuck him. Anthony, if you're listening, I still love you. Hit me up on like, I don't know, PlayStation. We're still friends on that. He was. I moved to fucking Shawnee, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" He was like, "I'm Anthony." I was like, "Oh, cool. I went by Alex at the time because my parents made me go by Alex because they sucked." I was like, "I'm Alex," and he's like, "Oh, cool. Have you heard about Zoids?" I was like, "No." And he pulls out a fucking. I'm pretty sure it was the. I think we call it saber fang or some shit, but it was like a saber tiger in Japan. It was, you know, like it was a big fucking wind up, like a not wind up, but battery operated Zoid. And I was like these things. I was like, is that a fucking cat robot? He's like, yeah. You want to see my dinosaur? I was like, you got a fucking dinosaur one? And I was obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid. So you combine fucking dinosaurs and robots? And he's like, yeah, check this out. And he showed me his fucking gun sniper. And I was like, that's a fucking velociraptor with a bunch of missiles on its back and a bunch of guns and it snipes. And he's like, yeah, it's called gun sniper. I was like, that's so fucking cool. Where can I get these? He's like, go to Walmart. And I was like, I went home. I was like, Mom, Zoids exist and I need them. She's like, what? I was like, I don't know. She's like, which one do you want? I was like, I don't know. Give me a dinosaur one, Mom. Cool, if you can. And she was like, all right. She like went to the store one day and was like, oh, this fucking dinosaur one is fucking $10. It was the Spino Snapper. It's a little Spinosaurus. It's not as big as this guy. He's like this big. And he's got 2 chainsaws on his back that are used for cutting down wood and construction and stuff because he's not spec'd for battle necessarily. She got me that, and I built him, and he was a little wind up instead of the battery operated one, and it was the coolest fucking thing ever. I built myself a fucking dinosaur robot that then fucking moved after I built it successfully. Because if you didn't build it right, it wouldn't move. It would fucking lock up and break and shit. But if you built it right,
that's
it
sick.
would fucking move around and shit. And I was hooked.
Okay.
What?
While you're on this, I need to show you this then, because you haven't seen the new enemies in PSO2 apparently. There's an enemy called a Lazentos. Okay?
Lazengon?
It is a fucking robot dinosaur.
Xander just came.
It is a boss enemy. It is fucking sick looking. And the first thing I thought of when I saw it, I'm like, that's a motherfucking Zoid. And like, are you looking it up right now?
waiting for you to share it with me in the chat or something.
Okay, then I'll just share. I'm going to share my screen so you
You
can
said
see
I
it.
have to show you this right now, and I'm like,
Right. I'm stupid.
And then I'm just sitting here waiting for you, brother.
I'm dumb. All right. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that's cool. That looks like one of the fucking. Click on it. Zoom in.
It loaded the. Hold on. Open image in new tab.
Yeah, it's like a Biozoid.
Yeah. And the first thing I thought when I saw this bitch, I was like, that's a motherfucking Zoid. Xander, we can fucking fight Zoids.
A fun fact, as cool as the Biozoids look, I don't recommend anybody buy them because they have that weird like rubber thingy on them that by this point is decaying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, that weird rubber on toys that just... bleh.
Yeah, so I was hooked from that fucking Spinal Snapper onwards. The next one I got was the Gun Sniper just because I was like, all right, I need a smaller infantry thing going on. And then I got Rev Raptor, then I got Held the Gunner, and then my mom was like, all right, you want one of the bigger ones? I was like, how much are they? She's like, you're in 4th grade. Why do you care about that? I was like, I don't know. You and Dad talk about money all the time. I don't want to spend too much money. She was like, let me check. And we're like $40 fucking. She's like, okay, actually, yeah, good call on that one. Maybe we'll wait a couple of weeks and save up some money. And then she got me a Liger Zero X. It was the first fucking
That's
big Zoid I
awesome.
got that took batteries. And the Liger Zero X, in the battle story, there's 2 sides: the Helic Republic and the Xenobos Empire. Later the Gylos Empire, and then later the Neo Xenobos Empire, because there's a couple of coups that happen. But fucking the Empire had developed the Liger Zero, the white one that everybody's probably familiar with the anime and stuff, as like a counter to a bunch of Republic Zoids, but then it was stolen by the Republic, and that's the only reason why it's known as a Republic Zoid, because the blueprint for it got stolen. So in an effort to make it an Empire Zoid once more, they developed the Zero X, which is like the Liger Zero, but like in this blue metallic fucking coating with all its like fucking machinery parts and a fucking gold that like glitters and shit. It has blades on its fucking back, and it's all a spiky fucking cool ass motherfucker. And I was like, oh my god. And I almost fucking broke it when I built that bitch. It was the most complex thing I'd ever done, because I'm like 4th grade at this point. Like, you know, I haven't built model kits before. These are my first ones. But I fucking got it. And the Liger Zero X came with a changing armor system, a CAS, that allowed it to become the Zero Empire, which was pretty much the Liger Zero, but with like a red and black reskin. I was fucking addicted, dude. I was like, give me these extra customizable parts. I'm going to add these fucking things. I'm going to fucking mash these kits together and do all this shit. I was hooked from there. But then I discovered there was a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex Zoid known as the Berserk Fury. And my friend Anthony was like, yeah, it's actually the villain in the series. I was like, I don't care if it's the villain. It's the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard of. Show me what it looks like. And he literally printed out a fucking picture of the Berserk Fury, because I didn't have internet fast enough to look it up yet, because we had just moved there. So this must have actually been 3rd grade instead of 4th grade. But fucking, he printed out a picture of the Berserk Fury, and I'm like, that's a big-ass white T-Rex with fucking blades on its back that shoots fucking goddamn lasers out of its mouth like a Godzilla. And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, I need it. And my mom was like, all right, well, that one's like $60. So that one's going on layaway. I was like, what's layaway? And then she taught me what layaway was. For those who might not know, and because I don't know if it still exists, layaway was a program that Walmart and other stores did, where you could be like, yo, reserve this item and I'm going to pay for it over time. That was cool. You didn't even need credit then. Jesus. Okay, stop nostalging.
It's still a thing. Just depends on where you're at.
It's not anywhere near me that I can find. But anyway, yeah. So she put out layaway, and then for Christmas, wrapped it up. I got this motherfucker, and I spent 3 fucking days trying to build this motherfucker, because for whatever reason, I could not wrap my head around the instructions well enough, because there was enough moving parts and stuff to it that I just couldn't get it. But eventually, I fucking got it, like 3 days after Christmas. And like it walked and everything, and it was amazing. And then the motor broke in it, because there was a molding issue on the motors, where there was a gear in there that, because of the weight of the backpack, it would cause a stress issue, and it would snap that gear. And that's when I learned how to repair fucking toy engines, because I was so upset about that my dad looked at it and went, you know, I have a bunch of gears in my toolbox. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you're free to look through that. I was like, okay, cool. And I repaired that bitch. And then I was even more hooked. I was like, I can kill them and I can bring them back. And then I got a little power hungry and started breaking some of them. But that's we don't talk about the dark times. But after a bunch of like wear and tear and, you know, being a kid who plays with toys, you know, a bunch of them fucking broke down over time. I didn't have any more. And then they stopped making them in America. But I discovered that they were a Japanese product because, surprise, I was dumb as a kid and didn't realize that fucking Japan was a country, I guess. I knew they were a country. I knew they made Dragon Ball, but I guess for some reason I thought Zoids were an American toy or some shit. No American toys are that cool. Trust me. But fucking... So I was like, all right, cool. I started learning a little bit about it, and I bought from this website that doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not going to say the name so I don't accidentally direct people there. But fucking, like, it was where I first discovered, like, Kingdom Hearts toys and shit. And I was like, they have a Genosaur, which was the main villain for, like, a bit of the first season of Zoids. And I imported that from fucking Japan, and it was amazing. And I built that bitch, and I was like, yes. And I didn't get any more Zoids for a while, and I had that bitch for, like, the rest of my life. Up until, like, fucking somebody broke into my house after it got fucked up and then smashed it and destroyed all of that. And the last Zoid I had before I moved out to here, our friend Schindler bought for me at fucking a convention after the convention double charged me and I couldn't afford it myself. It was the high-end master model Geno Breaker, which is the like evolution of the Genosaur and shit. Another enemy. He eventually actually turns good. But fucking... that thing was like, it was the high-end master models are so much more complex than like the old Tomy models. That bitch was so hard to put together and had a lot of weird flaws and issues to it. But I eventually got it together, and it got smashed on my fucking floor by whoever broke into my house because they were a dick. Jesus. Yeah, so I don't have that anymore.
Dude, I genuinely appreciate your love of Zoids. I'm gonna be honest with you because it was a series I heard about and I appreciate from afar, but it's not anything I ever got into. But I do love the whole building aspect of it. Because you know me, I build fucking figurines and Gundams and shit. Like, I've built like 3 Gurren Lagans. Obviously, I love building shit. So, like, I genuinely appreciate not the creator aspect of it, as well as the collection aspect of it. Because to me, that's just fucking cool.
Yeah. And, like, the one Zoid
I've never actually done a model kit.
Oh, you haven't?
I've never actually done a model kit, no.
It's fun.
I will send you a couple.
Don't make Evangelion.
Yeah, I kind of want to send you one, too.
Yeah, go for it.
Because you know my Mega Man Zero figurine that's in my Deltop over here. My Mega Man Zero figurine. I built that. I put that together.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Fucking.
Send me the Evangelion model kit. They make a Unit 1.
Yeah, they make so many fucking dude.
Yeah.
You can probably find a Unit 1 for like what, $40?
And specifically, I know Bandai actually has the rights to make those and stuff, like just like the Gundams and stuff. So you actually get a good grade model. But like fucking
you get different grades.
When I
give them a lower.
When I moved out here and got out of homelessness and shit, literally the first thing I did. It's a little embarrassing. The first thing I did was I went up on eBay and I typed in Berserk Fury. I was like, I want that bitch back. I want what's mine, and I bought previously constructed Berserk Fury for like $20. And when it came in, I tore it down, cleaned it all off, and rebuilt it. Everything works, fixed the engine, all that shit. And that's when it reignited my passion. As a kid, the one fucking Zoid I coveted, I desired, I craved, that they only ever released in America at an FAO Schwartz fucking exclusive. And where the fuck is FAO Schwartz in Oklahoma? Nowhere.
What the fuck even is FAO Schwartz?
I don't know. It's a fucking retail store, apparently. But fucking the Death Soar, the fucking most impressive fucking Zoid that survived the calamity of the meteor fall of Z. I craved and coveted that bitch, and so fucking that's when I was like, all right, I need to start collecting Zoids again, but I don't want to buy them previously built because this kind of sucks because it's not as fun. And that's when I started discovering I could buy directly from Japan. So for a while I was buying from Mandarake. All of their Zoids are apparently sold out now. I can't find any more.
Well, Mandarake is in Japan. It's just its service.
For those at home, there are a bunch of retail stores that specialize in used goods, especially anime and manga and like collectibles. And that's where I started getting a lot of my Zoids and stuff.
Video games, especially. Yeah. Pre-COVID, that was like, you see these guys who literally go in like various prefectures in Japan, go around Mandarake's, buy video games, and because there was some sort of tax credit where they can give you free shipping, you'll get like a little over the Japanese. Well, the Japanese price is already very good, but you'll be cheaper than doing the import stuff from anywhere else. So my Mandarake bros, I miss you guys.
Oh, okay. I thought it was fucking Mandrake. I'm stupid.
I mean, it's spelled Mandrake, but it's pronounced Mandarake. because it's Japanese.
I'm so stupid. Man, this is just like when I first read Naruto and I thought it was fucking Shadow Cage Jutsu, not Shadow Kage. Fuck, man. I'm dumb.
Well,
I was so
it's
dumb.
also like all the
I
people
fucking
who
thought Cage from goddamn...
Well, it's also like all the people who are like Akatsuki.
Yeah, dude, no, I'm so dumb. Like, when I was a kid, I thought fucking, like, the ninja from fucking, like, Virtua Fighter, because I played Virtua Fighter as a kid because I was that bitch, like, was fucking, like, it was Cage, not Kage. I'm so dumb.
Fucking...
God.
So, yeah, I fucking ordered from a bunch of shit from Mandarake. I forget the specific ones I ordered, but there was a lot. And then eventually...
Okay, I
found...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish what you were talking about. I just gotta say something when you're done.
Okay. Eventually, I found a fucking complete inboxed, unopened fucking Death Sword. And I forgot how much it was, but it was definitely more than $100. And I bought that bitch. I fucking bought that motherfucker. And then when it came in, they missed the delivery somehow. And then, like, tried to, like, send it back to Japan. And I, like, bolted to the fucking post office, which is, like, a 50-minute run away from me. I ran to that motherfucker and picked that up and carried it all the way home. And I built that. And to this day, the Death Sword is my prized fucking possession. If only because I haven't built the more rare thing that I ended up didn't knowing existed that I now own that we'll build on stream tomorrow.
Woo! So now that you're done with that, what I was gonna say was you were looking behind you like you're trying to like point out the stuff to us, and the entire time you were just looking at Shadow the Hedgehog's crotch.
Yeah. So Shadow's manhood gives me strength. So sometimes I have to ponder it while I'm speaking.
You just whip out his hedgehog dick and piss all over your wife.
Yeah. So the end of this Zoid story is...
Oh, wait. What were you gonna say, Adam?
I was going to say, latching on, if Xander does actually send me a couple of model kits, I will build them on
Fuck
stream.
yeah.
Why not?
Hell yeah. I'll build too. I've got like one around here that I can still build. I built Lizengon on stream and people loved watching that
I've
shit.
only done 2 Zoid streams, and it was a couple of years ago. And one was building the Spino Snapper, which was... the Dark Spiner. I'm sorry. I was building the Dark Spiner, which is the giant green, like, Spinosaurus dude. He was amazing. The story behind that was my friend at the time gave me $20 to go buy it. And then when I came home with the $20, my parents were like, "Oh, where'd you get the $20?" And I froze up and I didn't tell them where I got it. And they were like, "Oh, well, we're going to get like McDonald's or something. You want to pay for the food?" And I begrudgingly said yes, and we spent my $20 on McDonald's instead of the Zoid I wanted, and I never got that Dark Spiner. So that was kind of like a big fuck you, and also like a redemption arc for me when I bought that. I did that, and then the second Zoid stream wasn't building one, but it was detailing and adding stickers to a Desert Liger that is a limited edition exclusive from the Zoids Saga 2 Game Boy Advance video game that I found somehow. Like new in box. And the end of the Zoid story here is now my dumbass has realized that they started making new Zoids. And not all of them are as cool as I want them to be. I prefer the old school, they're in a cockpit, like, and not riding on top of them style, but it seems like the meta now is they're riding on top of them, whatever. But there was this new Tyrannosaurus one that looked fucking amazing, and I got it. And then from the same seller, I found a Holotech Gojulus. Gojulus is based on Godzilla, sort of like the Death Sword is, but comes before it and is less powerful and stuff. And Holotech means that, aside from its motor, every single fucking piece of it is cast in clear, fucking transparent plastic. And it is the most immaculate-looking motherfucker that I have ever seen. I bought it, and then I also bought a Strum Tyran, which is a Yuji Kaida exclusive. Yuji Kaida did a lot of designs for Godzilla and stuff over the years, including a lot of like toy shoots and stuff, and he did a lot of designs for Zoids exclusives and shit like that. He's like huge designer dude, does a lot of weird, cool shit. So I got that as well. Hot. And my end goal here is I want a King Gojulus, because that is one of the epitome of all fucking Zoid collections, is that motherfucker. He is the most powerful Zoid ever created, and the only reason he stops existing is because a calamity where a comet strikes the moon outside of Planet Z, causes a meteor shower that destroys a majority of life on the planet, and fucks up the ability to make that thing to begin with. And it has only ever been produced twice in a limited run both times, and it's upward of $500 fucking for that. My actual end goal, though,
Jesus.
my actual fucking magnum opus thing that I really want is the goddamn Z-Point clear death sword that was only made in, like, I don't know how many quantities, like 100 or something. It was given a wider release in Singapore later, but the Z-Point one is a clear death sword, just like the one I have, except fully fucking transparent, except that motor, just like the Holotech guy. And I need that. I need that. I don't want to pay more than $500 for that. If you have one for $500, I would pay that though. In box though. I had a chance to buy it for fucking $250 years ago, but I technically couldn't afford it at the time, and I picked eating food. And now I can only find it for $1,700 fucking dollars, and I weep. I should have picked starving because I could have done it.
Honestly, no one's gonna blame you for picking food.
I could have survived it though. I could have survived it. I had less than 5 days until I got paid. I should have just bought the fucking thing, and it's my biggest regret. And the fact that my biggest regret is not buying a Zoid, it's kind of a good indication of where my life is, I guess.
Oh, I'm about to make your. Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's a pretty good position to be in. That's the worst thing of all.
I'm about to make your biggest regret choosing to be on this podcast with me because I got a question for you. Do you think Spider-Man's Leopardon is a Zoid?
Repeat all of that you just said, because the middle of that didn't make sense.
Do you think Spider-Man's mech, Leopardon, is a Zoid?
Spider-Man has a mech?
Do you not know this?
No, I don't. If you're talking about I've never seen, like, if this is from the Japanese, like, Spider-Man guy, I've never watched that.
Wow. I mean, you've never actually, like, looked into it at all?
No, I just know the meme.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, dude, he straight up has, like, a fucking mech. Like, it's fucking awesome, actually. It's in the comics too. There's a fucking part in the comics recently with Spider-Geddon where that Spider-Man was one of the Spider-Mans from one of the alternate universes that came to help out with the fight, and straight up he has a conversation with Superior Spider-Man, who is at Doc Ock in Peter's body, going, he's like, why don't you just fucking lead with sword vigor? He's like, why would I do that? That's my finishing blow. It takes the fun out of it. And it's just funny seeing that conversation between the two of them. But there's a part where Miles, who is very eccentric in the story, coming into his own as Spider-Man finally, grabs the sword that Spider-Man's mech has, and he fucking just yeets it at the big bad for that comic book arc. And that was awesome. That was the coolest fucking part of that. I had no idea you didn't know Spider-Man had a mech.
Yeah, the last couple of comics I've actually read were Ultimate Spider-Man, Scott Pilgrim, and then the worst X-Men ever.
The worst X-Men ever? Is that the name of the comic?
It was literally called like the worst X-Man ever. His power was he could explode once. It would kill him.
That's the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I need to look into that.
It was fucking hilarious. At the end, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's not canon, but it's hilarious.
I have to check it out. That sounds so dumb.
Right, Xander, bet.
No.
I'm popping in a couple of model kits I found on eBay in there, which are kind of cool. Bet. If you legitimately pony up and send one to me, I will build it on stream. We'll dual stream. We'll do it as a race. You stream on Twitch, I'll stream on the YouTube side of things.
Probably not a race.
LMHG.
But, yeah.
You have to race, but it's fun.
Oh, race. A co-stream.
Yeah.
You know, some moral support.
Oh, this is sold directly from Mandarake.
Yeah, the first one is. The second one I don't know. But they're off. Take your pick.
Whispers, put it in my ass today.
What? Okay, you know what? I'm done. I don't even know what that was. I don't know where we're going with that one. We're just going and being dumb.
I have a Periphery song stuck in my head. I think it's the first one off their like album Hail Stan or whatever. But there's this point where like he gets into like this really impassioned fucking like singing part, and my brain always just goes, because there's this episode of The Simpsons where they're playing like the sex game with dice, and
Whisper in the
ass. So fucking like my brain always hears it. Whispers into my ass today.
That's so
How'd
dumb.
you do?
I don't know why. That's one of those Simpsons lines that always will stick out in my head is whisper into ass and spank hair. Those are my two fucking favorite lines from the Simpsons. God damn it. I want to get on this Simpsons rant. We're 2 hours in.
We're 2
done.
hours in. We should probably.
We're gonna wrap it up now because I wanted to wrap it up like before I went on that fucking Leopard on shit. Fuck. I was trying just to make Xander be like, I hate this, and I want to quit. I'm done with the podcast right now. Anyway, this has been Insert Title here. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing us on the platform of your choosing, which is on practically all of them. If you want to support us individually, you can go to any of the links that Satsuhara has. He especially through again Pandora being the best one that pays out the most, or
Napster.
No, right, Napster pays out the most.
Pandora pays out the least.
My brain, man, that fucked me up. Don't listen to me. Napster. I'm stupid. Go to Napster. God damn me.
I haven't used Napster as a service. I have no idea if it's actually a good service or not. So while I appreciate the support, if you do choose to use Napster, I will withhold a recommendation until I create an account and I use it myself.
Well, I can recommend those going to youtube.com/technicalgatemakes, hitting subscribe, and getting us to 1,000 subscribers. So that way I can just Shadow the Goddamn Hedgehog.
Yes, and then
Xander can cover the fucking song finally, because I know he's been itching.
I want to sing on it too. Actually, I really want to sing on it.
Black-hearted Adam, don't worry, he's full of cum. I am killing this fucking song. Subscribe. Also, hey. There's a poll on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to click the poll because it doesn't help the engagement, I don't think, on Spotify like YouTube community stuff does, but I just have fun with that.
Do it anyway.
Just do it anyway.
Just
do it
have
anyway.
Fun with that.
Also, one final show. Go to twitch.tv/DevonVarVO. 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 Cut!
Please show up to the streams because it's appreciated. And actually, I want to say it on stream right now. I'm actually going to be attempting to actually finish Bloodborne, finally. The game that everyone loves, that I've never finished, I can't bring myself to finish. I'm going to play it on stream.
This comes out Friday, so in the context of this coming out Friday, when are you playing Bloodborne?
Starting Tuesday before this podcast, I'll be playing it until I finish it.
So he'll still be playing on Friday.
Okay, so you're starting before the podcast even comes out.
Or I could wait till Friday because I don't think I have anything between. I'm doing a Pokemon stream Monday.
Hell yeah.
And then Wednesday, I think I could do another Pokemon stream. So that way, Friday, if you guys are listening to this before I get out of work, I will be streaming Bloodborne.
All right, cool. So after this podcast comes out and all that shit, Devon will be streaming Bloodborne. So this announcement is actually worthwhile, and I don't have to go. Devon, can I just edit this out?
Yeah.
and I'll be working on videos because I got.
I may or may not still have brainworm, so I don't know if I'll stream yet soon, but I intend to because I got a green screen. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.